Please listen to this before you start the video. If you don't listen to this, you will be very confused for the rest of the video and probably will ask questions later, understandably so, because it is very confusing about what's happening with this video. Basically what happened was, when I took out the files after recording this full session of a game here with this world quest, the audio and the video was like disconnected from each other in terms of like being in sync. It was so like weird, discombobulated all over the place. Now I thought I could just detach the audio and then send it backwards, if you know what I mean, and or send it forward so I can sync it up. It's a pretty simple thing to do, but actually the audio was going out of sync every 10, 20, and 30 seconds in different intervals. So I had to sit here for hours and hours and sync up the audio to the actual sounds of the game. I would have to hear the beep that happens in the actual audio of the game and then syncing up to the actual thing on the screen when the text advances forward. I even had to sync up running sounds. I had to sync up when catching says cut to the chase. I had to sync up all of this stuff, and I had to do it bit by bit because it was doing it in different intervals. You can never predict how in sync or not in sync it was going to be, and you'll probably notice that some parts are still kind of out of sync. It took hours to do that. And if that wasn't bad enough, also the video is out of sync for my recording as well, every 10, 20, and 30 seconds. Now my theory about this is that the video is deleting frames like every 0.0000000.1 seconds. Something you wouldn't notice, but it adds up over like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And that's what's happening with this. Because then I had to also sit there for another bunch of hours and sync up my audio to the video as well. And how I had to do that was basically sit there, watch the whole video, and get my audio. For example, if Al the Duck says something, Al the Duck says, "I love my family," and my audio was ahead, I had to cut the audio, bring it back to where it was so it was synced up, and I had to do that every 3 lines of dialogue, and I'm not even joking, every 3 lines of dialogue. It took a long time. I'd say 13 hours overall to edit this full video, and it's probably not even that great. I also had to edit out like a bunch of combat and like walking moments, and it's not because I'm trying to like improve pacing, because I think the pacing of my videos is why I love them. You know, we talk about stuff, we have conversations about that stuff, but you can understand that would have been a freaking nightmare to edit and sync up every single combat situation in this game. It would have taken way longer, as you guys would have known that as well. So I got this to as good as it's going to be. You can judge it. There's going to be moments where audio is gone. There's going to be moments where like the video is kind of weird or it's not totally in sync, but I spent basically around 13 hours syncing this up. Now, before anyone says, why would you put yourself through this? It's just something that I definitely wanted to have on the channel, is this video, especially with like the information that we get at the end of this. It took quite a bit of time, but like that's just how it happens sometimes. Sometimes you're going to have mistakes happen, and if I can fix it, I will fix it. I would do this for an Archon quest. Of course, I'm going to do it for a world quest as well. Now, it wasn't all bad. Don't want to make it sound like it was grueling. I wouldn't want to do it again, but I did put on a bunch of movies. If you must know, I rewatched like Goodfellas and A Bronx Story and stuff like this, and and Fargo, and put them on in the backgrounds while I was editing. It was actually kind of like nice and kind of like chill sometimes, but it did take quite a bit of time. And don't worry, people say, why'd you put yourself through that? Don't worry about it. It's done now. It's all over. I hope you guys liked the video regardless. It's going to be a bit weird at times, but I definitely did my best with it. It took a really long time to do this, but here it is. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and Kave's lost his key again. Of course he has.
Not again.
Yeah, the poor bad. The poor bad. You're going to have to knock on the door. You're gonna have to knock on the door. This is Genshin Impact. This is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact, and today we are going to be going towards this area over here, which is this quest, which I believe is where we have to go next. I believe this is like the next location. Now, before I do that, I do want to do a few things after. Actually, I think we might do it afterwards, after this quest. The idea is I want to then go around here and kind of like unlock some of these waypoints. Because while like, it's not always necessary, but it's nice to have that kind of like, to me, it's like a very good way of exploring. It's like, okay, if I unlock these waypoints, then I know where everything is, right? Then I have seen a lot of the stuff in this area, because we've seen obviously some of the underground stuff in these areas and some of these areas. We've seen a lot of this area over here. We haven't really gone much over here and up here, but there's still so much time. There's still so much time. A lot of the Archon quest has been taking place in like one circular area, which is a very interesting thing that has happened with this. Like it hasn't really like diverted too much out of this area. And if you count them fortress as well, just up around here. So up around this way. But then again, Fontaine is a smaller area, I feel like, than Sumeru. But it's very dense. It's very dense. So let's head over here. Actually, before we do that though, I want to actually do a few wishes on the... We have 4 wishes on the standard banner. Let's go for it, right? Like, you never know what you can get. You can sometimes get like a cool 5-star. 4-star, I mean. Well, you could get a 5-star, but like, I'm not holding my breath. Like, you know, like we have gotten some cool characters on this banner before, and I'm not expecting to. As always, we go into everything with like low expectations when it comes, or at least like no expectations, because it's hard to go into Genshin with low expectations, because usually things are really good. You go in with like the baseline of expectations, and you get 4 blues. What a way to start the video, am I right, guys? So, man, every time you go underwater, it's like one of the most magical and pretty places you've ever seen in your life. Like, legitimately. Wait a second, though. Hold on a second. Before we do this, whereabouts was that? Where? Remember we went to a place with Virgil. Was it underwater in some place? Here it is. Isn't it right? The Institute of Philosophy. Was it here? I could be wrong. Is it in this book? It is. Okay, good. Okay, we'll go here first. We'll go here first. Whoa. Talk to Seymour. Is Seymour in here? The music here is absolutely beautiful. So, is Seymour in here and I just can't see him? Seymour? For a guy that's named Seymour, I cannot see you more. This is such a beautiful place. Does it show us the clock was moving? Oh, maybe we have to go in here and then talk to Seymour? So let's actually look at that quest there that says talk to Seymour. Where is it? Game of the Rich. Final question. Oh no, it's... Wait. What's going on? We seem to be in a different place now, but where is this? Searching. Oh, Seymour's with us. No data concerning this place has been found in memory banks. So you haven't been here before either, then? Affirmative. There's no need to worry, Mr. Wanderer. Miss Paimon. I'm equipped with the most advanced optics for Fontaine Institute of Natural Philosophy. I simply need to record this information in my storage units and compare it with the previous data. The odds of this being the Narcissus Cruz Ordo are high. Hi, I guess that must be the place we're looking for then. Did you remember anything useful upon arriving here, Seymour? Negative. The newly recorded, information pending further analysis and organization. No effective conclusion possible at present. Huh? Then we're gonna have to wait here for a long time until... Affirmative. Record space collation starting. Total time required unknown. Interactive functions will cease temporarily while this is ongoing. Wait, hold on a second first. Roger. Interrupting space coalition process. What instructions, Mr. Wanderer? Miss Paimon? Come to think of it, we don't know a lot about you either, Seymour. All we know is that your master isn't Mimir, but there's someone named Maranne. Affirmative. Miss Maranne is my master. According to my standard deduction module, the odds of finding clues as to her whereabouts are high. We know, you said it before, but it felt like there were some more basic questions we hadn't answered yet. Now it seems like a good time, right? If you tell us more about yourself and Maranne, we might be able to help you better. Of course, kind miss. Kind miss. So, what would you like to ask? Let's go. So tell us about yourself, Seymour. I'm prototype 4ACV07, designed by Garbin to accompany and protect my master, Miss Maranne. We didn't get a word of that. Is my creator. I'm equipped with the most advanced optics, memory storage unit, logic unit, and various functional modules from the Fontaine Institute of Natural Philosophy. That was clear as mud, but it sure sounds impressive. The more impressive the equipment, the harder it might be fixed once it's broken. True, actually true. No, regular space collation can decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. So basically, before you've done your collation thing, there's some stuff that you can tell us, if you knew, right? Affirmative, more precisely. Information constructed using... This allows me to keep a log of Miss Maranne's daily life and also act as agent's assistants. Are you serious? These important bits all got cut off. What's an agent's assistant? An agent refers to a member of the Mauritius Phantom who undertakes investigations. In this context, assistant refers to Seymour, prototype 4ACV07 itself. So Maranne was a Mauritius Phantom agent? Affirmative. Okay. Wait, if that's who she is, wouldn't looking for an official records help us find her faster? Why do we need to come here? Miss Maranne's role as an agent was not publicized. Additionally, the case she investigated has to do with the... Formed at the direction of the such. Seymour, you're breaking down again, aren't you? No, regular recorded space collision can decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. Let's just ask different questions, shall we? So we didn't get much from that. We got that Maranne is the Marishu's phantom. Tell me about the Narcissus Ordo, yeah. Can we find clues on Maranne's whereabouts here? You've never been here before, right? So why do you think we'll find clues here? My latest records indicate that the last records before meeting Miss Mimir were those of myself executing a specific process. This process was to capture the fugitive elements from the Narcissus Ordo. Miss Maranne was also executing this process. As her companion and guard, I followed her and into Elnas. There we encountered a member of the Narcissus Ordo, including Jacob Ingold, a core member of said Ordo. So he's a member, and Maranne was pursuing him? Affirmative. Well, I guess there really was some relation there. Then we should have captured Jacob and questioned him. Paimon wonders if he'll come back here. If we ever meet again, we're going to have a question him. He doesn't seem like the sort of simply answer questions if asked, sure. If all else fails, good cop bad, we go good cop bad cop. There's gotta be some way, or else we're stuck waiting for Seymour to recall stuff. You mean when I complete my record space coalition, Miss Paimon? The things are basically the same. And your question, interesting. So like, okay, so Maranne was going after Jacob. Okay, so we have that kind of like indication now. So there is like more connections being made. Let's tell me about their latest records. A fierce battle against a member of the Ordo broke out within Elnas. My storage unit encountered an error due to massive trauma. We knew that there was fighting there, right? Within Elnas. We must foil the Order's plans. To that end, Jacob Ingold must be stopped. Miss Maranne. You best take a break. Yeah, take a break. You're most considerate. Seems we're gonna have to wait for you to do that collation thing, Seymour. But whatever the case, Jacob was trying to do something bad in Elnas while you and Maranne were trying to stop him, right? Your summary's oversimplistic perhaps, but it's basically the truth, Miss Paimon. If we only have this information, finding Maranne might be somewhat difficult. There's something we got any other options beyond waiting for you to do that record collation here, Seymour. Affirm my calculations indicate that this is the approach to the high success rate. But it'll take a lot of time, won't it? If you wish, I can estimate the amount of time. Okay, nobody estimate stuff then. Well, Paimon's not asking Seymour questions, but boy, she still says some for you, Wander. You promised you explained, didn't you? I didn't stash any stacks away without your knowledge. There wasn't a good time to have this conversation earlier. But there's no disturbance now, and Seymour's, well, a related party, no time like the present. You tell Paimon and Seymour about the conversation you had. Yes, perfect, great. So that's the thing that happened. Paimon thought you'd gotten sick or something when you started saying all that weird stuff. I love that he's communicating with Paimon. Great stuff. Well, it's good to know that you're fine. By the way, Seymour, leaving you here to perform your record collection won't be a problem, won't it? Affirmative, I do not detect any possible source of danger. Well, then you can just stay here for now, right? A wise choice. The two of you should use your limited time more effectively. Patience is a virtue in some situations, but meaningless. Waiting here is merely a waste of time. We'll come back to see you. Yes, my mirror's gonna be super worried about you too. You've got to get back to her in one piece after all. Okay, final question complete. So we have to wait, I guess, for, I don't know if it's like, I wonder if it's like a in-game day waiting type thing, because if it is, then I'd be, because we're going to do this quest today, right? I wonder if that's gonna affect it in any way. But it seems like that, because people told me to do this thing as well. Like, I'm not going to say, like, I found it by myself, by the way. People are like, hey, go back to the Ordo and talk to Seymour. So, yeah, let's go do this quest then. Where is this? Is it down below somewhere? Do you think? No, it's up here. No, there, right there. Oh my god, hey, hello, hello. I didn't even see you. What the hell? Hello? I didn't even see you. Sorry, my bad. Oh my god, we look so cute underwater. We look so cute underwater.
You there. You look most reliable. Good night. Please help us.
We started to look reliable enough. What happened?
The evil minions of the fell dragon Narcissus have surrounded Petit Chou. We must help her.
Petit Chou? Narcissus? Yeah, forget the names, just lead the way. Yeah, I totally agree.
Thank you, my name is Anne.
There we are. I remember the Narcissus Adventure Team. Please help me. So this is Maranne, I'm guessing, right? Is that the case? Because that would be freaking insane if so. What is the Narcissus Adventure Team anyway?
Well, after Narcissus Kingdom was conquered by Narcissus the fell dragon, we banded together to rescue Princess Lyris and reclaim the realm. That is the basic answer, anyway.
Doesn't sound basic at all. We'll talk about that later. We got people to save first, exactly.
That's right. Come with me this way.
If this is Maranne, right? Because I assumed from the start that we were going to see Anne, right? Like we were probably going to do this quest, like, you know, that had Maranne in it. Now I could be wrong. Like if I am wrong, I am wrong. But that would be such an interesting turn of events. Are you asleep? Wait, are you with me? Are you my companion right now? Oh, they are. Oh my god. Very cool. Very, very cool. Because I was like going along with them, but like they're going along with me. They're going along with me. Oh my god, it's like an underwater, like, lost palace. Like, what the hell? Oh my god. Oh. That's Pete Petit Chou. Get away from me. Is that Petit Chou that you were referring to, Anne?
That's right. Please help her.
I will more than help her. I will kill these guys. Let's go. I can't get over how amazing it looks.
You don't leave me, I'm gonna get serious. Grr.
Oh my god, who's Petit Chou? I can't, that building is insane. I'm sorry, but that building is insane. How do we get in here? Do we just pass through it? Oh, it's an oxygen bubble. It's an oxygen bubble. Okay, let's go.
Come at me.
Oh. Wait, it's just one of them? Wait, did we not activate their, because I might actually change teams if I say because we're probably... Oh, you're Petit Chou. I was like, what? I was like, that's just a bird enemy. I was legitimately like, wait a second.
Feast your eyes.
You know what I mean? I'm not even joking. I was legit like that. I was like, why isn't it working?
Sight clear.
You know what I mean? I was like, we might change teams because we're going to be underwater. It might be better to I'm saved. Wait, so Petit Chou is it Finch?
Petit Chou is Petit Chou. Regardless, it's good that you're well, Petit Chou. Now let me introduce these two. Actually, I haven't asked you two your names.
I'm a knight who's most reliable. Wander's the name. And what's Paimon? Are you seriously still hung up about that? He's Wander, and Paimon's Paimon. Wait, what's bad that we said? Who looks most reliable? Oh, okay. I get we're kind of being like rude. I didn't mean to be rude like that. I just thought it was a funny thing to say. I don't know.
Thank you, Knight Wonder. Squire Paimon.
Squire Paimon. Attend to my weapon. Squire Paimon, my shoulder rings. She's not my squire. We're companions. And don't get that twisted. Although I have indeed considered getting a squire in the past. Do you really want one? Seems like the journey has been pretty tough for you, huh? No, it's been great with you, though. It's been fantastic.
I see. My apologies, Paimon. I am Petit Chou, a member of the Narcissus Avenger team. If not for your help, I might have...
Well, Narcissus has greeted with his subordinates with the Aegis and 4 Orthanus, so our powers are unable to overcome them. That's how it is. But with you and your companions on our side, good night, we shall have nothing to fear.
The princess will be pleased.
Oh, one moment. Who's the princess again? And also, what's this adventure team of yours? What's going on with the Narcissus?
Well, this is how things went. A long, long time ago, this was a kingdom of unparalleled gladness. The children and Princess Lyris lived happily together here. But later the kingdom fell to the predations of Narcissus, a fell dragon who had designs on the princess and her treasures. Princess Lyris herself hid herself away in a high tower and entered a deep slumber. That is why we now name the kingdom Anapoises. Narcissus filled Anapoises with bitter waters. That which we just defeated was an evil being being born for those waters. An entity that opposes the Rey Conista.
This time we attempted to infiltrate this place and rescue the princess while the dragons was absent. However, we ran into a great many foes and ultimately we failed.
But now we have you and Paimon on our side. Wanda, we have nothing to fear.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I will protect you guys. I will help you out. No problem. You're already amazing. Your town is great too. Your little building out there. I say a little building, but it's bigger than me. I say a little too much, and it can come across as so condescending. But I mean it in such like a adoring way, by the way.
Moreover, we have a princess, a kingdom, and
A wicked dragon. That tradition and stories does also have a knight. Yes, a mighty and righteous knight like you, Water. Thank you, I guess. What's crazy is like about the idea of this dragon though. Is like we obviously like I don't think we've heard. Have we heard tale of like a dragon underwater? yet. Like, we know that there was a big beast that, like, was above child. And we know also as well there was, like, a, like, we know there's, like, a dragon in, that's, you know, ahead of the justice system here in Fontaine as well. Or at least, like, a reborn reincarnation of a sovereign dragon. But, like, I don't know if we've heard many stories about a dragon underwater yet.
You have?
More than once, in fact, probably.
Really? You're so strong.
It is our great fortune to have met you, good Knight Wonder. It seems that the time has come for the last Reconquista. The Nazgûl's adventure team shall reclaim the realm and rescue Princess Lyris.
Come, Petit Chou. Let us do as we planned. First, let's rid of all the foul water.
I'll do my best.
Oh, sorry, that was Anne, sorry. Alrighty. They're getting rid of the water? They can do this? Look at this little pal here, these two pals. Freaking great. Whoa. Whoa! Did they, like, refill the place? But part of it's like... What? What is that? Is that an Oceanid? Is that like... It looks like the ghost of an Oceanid. Yeah, is this some kind of Oceanid magic?
Phew, the defensive power is weakened. There will also be less obstacles to fight from here on out.
This is so tiring. And Wonder, let's go help my brother Ale.
Your brother? Is he another character? Well, pretty sure I can't be the only members of the team. We don't quite think that quite highly of ourselves.
I think highly of you guys already.
We certainly aren't as strong as you or Paimon.
Oh, stop it. You guys are plenty strong. Look what you just did. I can't cure water with Oceanid magic.
I'll cover our escape where we retreated. Now the Narcissus power is waning. Let's go help him.
Well, let's go. Crazy start to a quest, by the way, with idea. Oh my god. So this was all foul water that filled up this place. Maybe it's not even supposed to be here. Yeah, I'm going to change my team really quick because I know I will forget. I know I will forget to do so. We are going to change maybe to... let's see. We could use Eula's E support. Or Sayu's sleep as well. We could use... We haven't used... we could use also cute. Yeah, I think we could use also cute. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. Like, all the teams we make are pretty fun, you know? I have, Girls Get 'em. We could use Girls Get 'em. Or Pleasant Shock. I think we'll use Pleasant Shock. Because we have a bit of Dendro there as well that we could use with the water guys, and we have some healing from Barbara too. Yeah, that's fine. We'll use Pleasant Shock today. This water was such a bother. Oh my god, what the hell? Attack to selection to condense water to continue forward. Okay. So it turns you into a bubble? Oh, it's like a shield. That's awesome. Look at this. Come on, get it. Ka-ching. That's what's right. The target is so cool. Okay, let's go. So we have to destroy this. Yeah, this is, I'm guessing this is Ale.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
I still think our girl needs to be leveled up a bit more, but I think, like, you know, we're fine. I still love this team a lot. Look at this freaking big boy here. Massive.
Nice and spicy.
Actually, you know what? The more I'm thinking about it, the more I think that, like, Kavi's team would have worked. But I just think because it has, like, 2 water people, I'm just like, okay. You know, we might as well, like, change it, you know? Especially since we used that team the other day as well.
Oh, you're safe. I was so worried.
My dear Petit Chou, and you too, Anne. We meet again at least. In those darkest days, I thought of you, the due strength to the fight for those to those. Thank you, noble warriors. You have come forth to uphold the cause of justice. Why, at arms as slender as yours, I would tip my hat to you.
Oh my god, you are all amazing! You're all incredible, I love you! It doesn't need to be so prim and proper. I introduced you to Paimon and to Al that explains what happened previously. But why is the Finch's older brother a duck? I mean, you know, I ain't gonna question nothing.
Why a duck, you ask? Are such definitions important? I have a supply of body. A supple body, an iron will, and webbed feet, which tend to tread water.
With which to tread water. I'm so bad at reading today.
Of these I am proud, and that is enough.
Great, I love it.
And Petit Chou is Petit Chou. The sphere is the shape closest to perfection, and the most complicated of all shapes. I'm most proud of my sister.
I love this so much. I love it so much.
Seriously, brother, what are you talking about?
I actually want to... What is Al talking about? He means that we shouldn't dwell on too much in the details? Yeah.
We members of the Narcissus Adventure Team are disparate indeed. But we have one goal. We shall save Princess Lyris, and we shall defeat the fell dragon Narcissus. Well said. The person I am now knows only that the one who stands before me is a noble and valiant knight, who possesses the iron will needed to defeat the Narcissus. That is enough for me.
I love Al.
Usually the mightier the will, the larger the form needed but to be its vessel. As it is in the case of Narcissus. This knight's stature is much like mine, and yet...
Seriously? The first and last thing Palmer said was a Narcissus. You're always going on about Narcissus and Narcissus that. But what is it really? I think Al was also saying that, like, we're also, even though we're small in stature, we can definitely fight. That's incredibly beautiful, this thing here.
Look above, Princess Lyra's tower. That is Narcissus.
Wait, that wasn't there before the water rose. That's an Oceanid. That's an Oceanid. Oh, they see it as the fell drag. Oh my god. Okay, that's interesting.
But that is the fell dragon Narcissus, the dragon who invaded the Narcissus kingdom.
And its wings are very huge and frightening.
But it's an Oceanid, is it? But to them, it's a dragon. To them, they see like a big tail, they see big wings. They heard of stories of a dragon. That's a dragon.
Well, Wonder and Paimon, you've seen so much then. What should a dragon look like?
What? Yeah, we could say, yeah. If you're talking about dragons, we fought before, they'd be... Like Mon says, the Dvalin, like Liyue's Azaheda. Oh my... Seymour is a peb. Let's talk about Dvalin.
What? Dvalin's a whole different story from Oceanus. Dvalin's super blue. His wings are huge and can fly.
What? That's exactly like that. What are you talking about?
No, we're definitely not. We met our dragons before. As a Deha, who became the embodiment of primal energies and Liyue's enemy.
I see. So it was being as evil as Nasta.
See, like they're just like, hey, look, it embodies everything here, you know? No, not at all.
And how are they different? Narcissus represents primordial regression and aggression, and is our foe.
But as a Deha's from Liyue, that's a huge difference, right? No, we definitely got our dragons first. So we're talking about a pep then? There's nothing like a pep in this world. A being whose true form cannot grasp by humanity, and it could summon all manner... Paimon.
That does sound quite like Narcissus.
Inscrutable, and master of many summons. That must be a grueling battle. Very impressive. I love Al so much. I love Al. Paimon's starting to get confused about what counts as a dragon. I never understood that in the first place. Category is just a social construct. There is no objective being. Let's go. Come on, that can't be right. How would we be able to communicate and understand with the world otherwise? I think for me, it's like sometimes, especially in these cases, like if like I don't need to understand what they perceive as a dragon. All I need to is understand how to help them. You know?
I agree with the knight here. Our category should not define our essence.
Exactly. We're talking to a duck, like, you know, Sorush's cousin. What looks like could be like Sorush's like cousin, and a freaking Finch. Like, you know what I mean? We are like, we're fine. Like, you know, we shouldn't define stuff that way.
At this time, we are heroes challenge the wicked dragon, and he is the wicked dragon. This is sufficient.
I agree with Al. I actually think Al is like speaking a lot of sense.
This must be what Al means when he says, a rose by any name would just smell as sweet.
You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet.
That is precisely the case, dear Petit Chou. Were you not called Petit Chou, you would still be my dearest younger sister.
I need them to know that I will die for them. All three of these guys. I will literally die for them. I am not even joking. This is... I love them. I love them. I love them so much. That's such a beautiful shot. It's such an incredible shot.
So as long as the tower your princess sleeps in, the one looking atop the tower is the fell dragon Narcissus, is that right?
No, I fear, as we stated previously, is not here now.
Which is... I keep getting the voice wrong.
No, I fear, as we started previously, he's not here now, which is why we were able to win our way so easily. That up there is the dragon's hatred made manifest.
That's some way to put it. That's so complicated. Can't it just be an ordinary statue? Like, Narcissus commanding the underlings to make an image of him to the highest tower, so as to show off his greatness and force to all people of the land to look upon him or something.
You actually make a reasonable point, Paimon, but if that's the case, then we should still have been able to see it before Pettichoux made the foul water disappear, right? But instead, Narcissus' evil has melded with the waters, which is why the wicked intent crystallized into that image once the waters were drained.
Is that seriously how it happened?
The fell dragon is truly terrifying. My talons hurt just looking at him.
We all have our night wonder, so we should be fine as if he's present.
It'd be best if he wasn't home at all. It'd be the same. It's just a little dragon. We'll put their mind at ease.
That's our wonderful.
You, they've already adopted me. I love it.
Let's just move on then. With you by our side, we have nothing to fear.
Was it you did? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for sure. I'm all for it. No, I love that. They're so loving to each other and so caring to each other, and like I love the Al, being like the toughest of the three and still being like, hey, like if you were like, you're my sister, Pettichoux, but if you were called, anything else, you'd still be my sister. You'd still be the one that like I loved, right? Like I think it's such a sweet sentiment. So you're still gonna be someone I care about. I think that's the sentiment they're trying to go with there, which is like it doesn't matter what your construct is, it doesn't matter what your form is. The love is still like there. I can't get over how cool this looks. And there's a frog too, Jack. There's another one.
Thank goodness you're safe.
As I thought, you were the one who emptied the water out. Excellent, excellent. If I had hands like yours, yellow and white ones, I would be applauding already.
Thank you, Jack. You're amazing as well.
Dear friends, please show some respect. Pettichoux is doing her best.
You are right, I suppose. She has done nothing wrong, ultimately. Forget it. The yellow and white ones here. Who are they?
Yellow and white, you mean us?
Who else would I mean? Does Pettichoux look yellow to you? Or does Anne?
Hey, you blue frog. Okay. That's all we could come up with, to be honest. Honestly, Paimon, like, I think we found someone like a break in the nice armor here. I think it looks like Jack is probably going to be like a little bit more serious. I'm guessing Paimon. But if he does insult you, Paimon, we will get him just like any other person. Don't worry.
All right. Please don't be angry, Jack. This is the Night Wanderer and Paimon.
Night to say. Then I suppose this is Paimon, is the squire.
No. Why does everyone call me that? Paimon is no squire. Oh my god, lovely. We're standing up to. Yes, stand up to everyone who's mean to Paimon. Not that they intended to be mean. Paimon is my companion. Yeah.
I see. Then you are not some minor feudal warrior. Not in the usual sense, anyway. Are you then some honorary knight with the title that comes with little benefit?
I think being an honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius has actually helped us so much. Well, Wander's an honorary knight, but he got that in monster for heroically doing a battle with Storm Terror.
Then you are dutiful, capable warrior. Very good. In that case, welcome to the orchestra, Jacques.
An orchestra? Yeah. Wonderful. I'm a master musician. I want to learn more about whatever this is, so. Is that some kind of musical troupe? The name is
mere analogy, for we weave resistance like an orchestra in our struggle against Narcissus as we speak to rescue Miss Lyris, as we seek to rescue Miss Lyris.
Miss? That's right, isn't Lyris a princess?
Well, both terms refer to the same person, but leaving that aside, we should...
Listen well, the title princess is rigid, hierarchical, term of address, a product of an oppressive system. It was little whose merit.
It was a title whose merit is birth, not labor or wisdom. Oh my god, Jack. Here we go again. They're just having like their own little conversations about how this rebellion or whatever's going. I love it.
If the universe was more rational one, there would be no gods, no kings, and certainly no princess or princesses. Nor would there be mystical powers that only few may wield. Do you follow me thus far?
There will always be those who desire special privileges. Didn't you put your name on your organization as well? The rabbit hole's not for me. I want to say that the top is true. There will always be those who desire special privileges. We know this. If you eliminate a king, someone else is going to come in their place. If you create a democracy, you're going to get some corrupt politicians anyway as well. You know what I mean? It happens. It's how the world works. It's like, there'll always be like somewhat corruption when it comes to power, right? And people wanting power and people wanting to be like at the top of their lives. But I do I kind of like would subscribe to that theory as well sometimes, where it's like, and you can kind of understand in a way where like in a perfect like, because the thing is to me is like, in a perfect world, yeah, it's like, okay, there wouldn't be some like one ruler that rules over everything, right? You know, that's to me like a great concept. But then I also look at it in Genshin where like I've kind of warmed up. Like if you guys remember back in Liyue, I was totally against the idea of like gods being like, you know, these all omnipotent people that people looked up to. But then you like realize as time was going on, especially with like someone like Morax, where like it was like so needed for a while. And you know what Venti did for like the likes of Vanessa as well was such like a big deal for me as well. What Nahida did for the people of Sumeru and still does for the people of Sumeru. What Ruka Devada did. Like, you know, to me it's like, you know, even like, and you could, you know, the biggest argument you can make is like, you know, what the Raiden Shogun did when it came to like being so insular and you know, the kind of decrees that they made as well. It's, to me, it's super interesting that way, because now like, I feel like I have a way more of a positive look at what the gods are, like what the Archons are. It is a deplorable state of affairs. I'm following you. This sounds really deep, but also confusing, Paimon. We're not doing anything all day while being enjoyed, which is sweet with Madame. It's pretty nice. Is there anything wrong with that?
See, if there are some who will reap the benefits despite doing no labor, then there must be some who shall do more to compensate.
Like me. Paimon lacks strength for labor, thus to compensate. It doesn't matter to me. Paimon's happiness is mine. Is true. Paimon hopes you could be happy too. Yeah, Paimon can do whatever she wants. But yeah, like what he's saying is like, it's like saying like, if for someone to reap the benefits of like, you know, if someone is really rich and having like an amazing day, that means someone under them is probably working really hard, right? That's like generally what tends to happen. You know what I mean? Like it's unless if you leave things, people just won't get done. You won't make money in that sense. You know what I mean? So I do get what he's saying in a sense where it's like also like the idea of like, you know, keeping a title that like doesn't mean as much to them as it meant before, you know? Wait a minute, in that case, wouldn't Wanderer be happy if, wouldn't Wanderer be happy if he makes Paimon happy? Exactly, always. That means making Paimon happy is more good for you too. That's how this works, right? Yes, always.
This has been a very interesting conversation. Please don't interject, dear Jack. Good night. May we now begin discussing our next course of action, the rescue of Princess Lyris?
Silencing voices you do not want to hear, I see. Oh,
Bro said debate me, bro.
come see the repression inherent in the system. Help, Al's repressing.
The funny thing is, like, I think Jack's making some reasonable points about, like, you know, like how, you know, like 100%. I think it's so funny how like they have like a like it almost seems like he's like, oh, you're silencing me, are you? When Al's just like, can we just get going? We all have the same goal, right? We all have the same goal. It's just that Jack is probably a bit more because like because I don't know, it's so funny because like again, as you see, I agree with like a lot of the stuff Jack says. The idea of like using like terms like, you know, princess or prince or king or whatever can sometimes, like, you know, especially when it's like represents like something that was pretty oppressive before, it's like, okay, why do we need to use these words still? Let's use something else for it. That makes perfect sense. I just think this line is so funny to me where it's like, help Alice. Jack, you Alice, dude, he's a good person. He wouldn't bully you. Exactly. I didn't get that vibe is why I'm laughing, right? Like it wouldn't be funny if it was actually happening. I think Al is like legitimately just trying to like save the princess or whatever. Just because of your temper over this.
If you want to change that, why don't you find a corner and sell this like gentlemen?
Wait, what? Stop squabbling. We all have the same goal. I agree. That's why I'm trying to get at here, where it's like, I think Jack is, again, like I said, Jack is making points that are like, man, like, yeah, 100%. We're going to have to do all the work here while someone else doesn't do the work. But also I think it's like everyone here is literally after the same thing, I believe, you know? So it's like, okay, let's go. Please, everyone, we comrades. We all gathered to rescue Princess. I want to make it clear. I want to make it perfectly clear. I do not think that, like, you know, being repressed or being silenced for wanting a better life or perceiving a better life is right? It's just the way that they did it. It was like, Al wasn't even trying to do that. He was like, he's just like, we have the same ideals. Let's go. I don't know.
We count as such. I suppose we should cooperate, even though my final goal is to create a more beautiful world for Miss Lyris.
Yeah. And I think I don't think he's like wrong to like have those opinions sometimes. Let's shake hands then, comrades.
You have wings, I have web feet. If you think this appropriation for hands, then we shall do so, comrade.
I love this. I love their group. The dynamic is so much fun. It's so much fun. Jack and Al shake hands awkwardly. If nothing else, they extend their wings a web foot and tap them together. That's so cute.
Please get along with him, Al.
Of course, sister, do not worry. We are united in one cause.
Exactly. You have the same goal here. All right. Now that the problem's... And once you save the princess, right, then you can talk about the other stuff that Jack was talking about that actually, like, some of it made sense. It's like, yeah, 100%. Let's talk about it.
Problem? But this is the manifestation of a deeper issue.
Jack, please. Okay, what do we do next then?
All right, I almost forgot that we were here to save the princess. Why was I starting to think I'd brought such capable help along just to let them listen to two boys squabble?
It was an interesting conversation. I thought it was interesting. As for the situation, ask Al and Jack to explain. I need a moment to cool off. Anne's having a tough time too, huh? Yeah, it's like, again, the dynamic is kind of really interesting to me, so we have to talk to Jack. Jack, you...
Paimon, don't.
Knock it off, or we're going to start this all over again. Is there anything I need to do? Yeah.
Allow me to speak first, Honor Knight and Paimon. Concerning the tower before us, Narcissus has been able to overcome it. As such, the princess is still alive. At that time, we all seemed lost. The princess gave her greatest treasure to us, and that was the time that belonged to her.
She gave you her what now? Time. So that's interesting. She gave... Okay.
After she lost the time, the princess and the tower she dwells in both fell into a stagnant dreamless slumber. In remembrance of her, we named our fallen realm Anapausis.
What does that mean?
Because it's completely stagnated, Narcissus is always allowed to taint anything within. That's more than less our situation.
What do you mean more or less our situation? Firstly, how would someone give anyone else their time? I mean, figuratively?
But it's true. Princess Lyris did share her time with us. Narcissus would constantly plot to invade, but the time she gave us, we became far stronger.
Oh, that's actually very sweet. So they do mean kind of in a figurative sense, right?
For example, my brother Al could usually only defeat one foe at once, but with more time, he can vanquish 4 or even 5.
Okay, so maybe... Wait. What did they perceive as time, then?
A more vivid example. Thank you for your explanation, JP.
I love the relationship so much.
Well, I hope you understand now, Wonder Paimon.
Is it like... Okay... Not at all, in fact, so they can explain even more. How do you give your time to other people? I know, like, figuratively I know.
Do details matter? It is not similar to how feudal nobles would hire sharecroppers.
Sharecroppers? How do these things even connect? Are you trying to say that exchanging time for pay is another form of giving your time to others?
Only a very small part of wealth a sharecropper creates will belong to him, true. If this is understood and regarded as normal by all, then what is there about this situation that is hard to comprehend?
Oh, he got Paimon. Why are you debating with an Oceanid? Okay, this is a debate going on, okay. There's too much oddity at play here. Let's just leave this aside for now. I agree. I think we all have the same goal here. That's true. Alright, Paimon totally gets it.
It's been a long years since searching for the princess treasure. Only its power can cause the time into the tower to flow again.
Oh, so the time is like, okay, and only then was lock gates open.
Then he summoned waters brimming with wicked intent to drown the kingdom and created underlings unnumbered and many magical devices besides. All this was done to hunt us Narcissus adventure team members down and seize the treasure that should have been in our hands.
Wait, should have?
Before, we had an older brother. Nay, in those terrifying days he took the treasure and fled alongside us, but he dissolved into
the waters while covering us.
I miss him so much.
Oh, that's so sad.
We were very good friends.
I hate the dragon, even though that I know these feels not good, but I miss Nay. He was like a real brother, just like Al.
That's totally understandable. Wait, so maybe it was like the primordial waters? We're sorry for your loss. But if that's the case, how are we supposed to save Princess Lyris? The treasure has sealed the tower, and it can only be opened again with said treasure.
Well, when they, how do I put this? While they were consulting our realigns, we, of Orchestra Jack, obtained some key intelligence that has allowed us to ascertain the treasure location.
Really, you have?
Of course, it's right over there.
In the sky? As in the water in the sky?
Before Ninja dissolved, he used that last strength to purify the patch of water in the firmament. It was there that he hid the treasure. What an irony. It seems the Narcissus has gone too used to looking down upon the citizenry below, and has not been in the habit of looking up. And there, the treasure has been hidden all along.
That's such a amazing like honestly, I think Jack like has such like amazing like because he's talking about like the idea of like workers' rights, right, which is great, and he's talking about the idea like the way he's like conceptualizing this as well is like it's like someone in such a high enough position doesn't have any reason to look up, while people who are like always like trying to like make a better life for themselves are always looking up. They're always looking for the next thing they can find.
I see. Well, it does sound like something Nay would come up with.
How do we get up there though? Could Petty Shoe and Al take us up there?
Very imaginative idea, but unfortunately impractical. If you go up there, we should find a small fountain full of magic. Options may open to us should we reach it.
Are you feeling better now, Anne?
Thank you, Prime, but you need not worry. We must destroy the 3 bubble formations set up by Narcissus before we head up, okay?
What are those exactly?
They are the underhanded contraptions powered by the hydrodata that can be bombarded intruders from a great distance. Perhaps you might have already seen...
Oh, we have. Yeah, we got attacked by one.
Anne speaks true. The road ahead will be vastly more perilous if we do not first destroy those formations.
Kate should have been in charge of eliminating them before we attacked, but it seems that he might have been smashed into
sea foam already. Okay.
Don't say that. We should be hoping that he made it. He is a comrade in the end, isn't he?
In that case, our next task is the destruction of the bubble formations. After that, let's go to the small fountain and see what we find there. Okay. Yeah. Leave the one on Petty Shoe, and I'll have said it seems like only his attacks will work.
Oh.
Pine didn't mean to put you down. You guys have been fighting Narcissus and trying to save Princess Lyris for so long. But just leave it a bit to wander, alright? That's right. Leave it to me. Yeah. You have my thanks. Or in that case, let me lead the way. So it's interesting to me as well, like the dynamic between these characters, right? Because like, again, I feel kind of bad for laughing at Jack, but I think it was meant to be like a comedic situation where it was like, like it was like they didn't want to have like a full on like debate right now or a conversation about this right now. But like, I think it's like, it can be like totally like relatable, right? Being the one person who's like, we need to take this further, right? Like we need to like, talking about the idea of like, the worker doesn't get paid enough, which is true, nurses don't get paid enough. And then like people are like, yeah, but like, can we deal with this now? And you're just like, oh, well, are we going to, you say we'll deal with this now and then we'll deal with that later, but we never do, It's like, I totally understand from Jack's perspective where it's like kind of annoying, and you kind of want them to do something about it. If you can propose Lyris Princess's treasure, the force of justice will grow even mightier with the passage of time. That day our victory over Narcissus will grow near. This is why we cannot forget Nay's heroic sacrifice. Had he not hidden the treasure, Narcissus would have surely breached the tower where the princess resides. Nay is super amazing. We will not let Nay's efforts be in vain, nor will we fail to honor Wander's extraordinary contributions. This time, with all your help, we will save Princess Lyris. Yeah, we'll save Princess Lyris and then the Narcissus kingdom will be restored to its former radiant glory. The princess shall hold you in her arms, groom your feathers, and gently pat your tiny little forehead. That sounds amazing. Memories lost in the waters will resurface, and all our friends will be surround the princess and laugh together. We seem filled with beauteous joy, and never again will disputes or trouble cloud the horizon. Just like before. So it was like this before.
That's right, just like before.
So they had like a very peaceful place before. I love the idea of like that they're like it's very cozy. The idea that their feathers will be pet, right? It's like it's such a simple thing, but like it means the world to someone, right? It's like, again, just a simple pleasure. You okay, Jack? Sorry for laughing earlier. I thought it was meant to be funny.
Wonder, all is you. Once you achieve Miss Lyris' treasure, the key to victory shall be ours. We'll finally have a chance to defeat the invaders from without and save Miss Lyris. Thus shall Orchestra Jacques perform the last movement of the overture.
I always thought it would have been the climax of the symphony. Yeah.
Oh, you really think that everything would just come to an end after saving Miss Lyris and rebuilding the kingdom? The real world is no simple little fairy tale.
I agree with Jack. I think Jack is right.
It's because the world's full of naive simpletons that think like you.
Okay, dude. The history always
repeats itself. Next step is obviously just to overthrow the deeply entrenched class structure and methods of distributing society's wealth. In a world that reasonably equal, equality must be the reasonable state. And this is certainly what Miss Lyris strives for. Now, consideration for our present circumstances has led to the due juxtaposition of,
that's my cue to leave, but I don't know.
Naturally based upon we should construct overturn.
So you have to deal with this again. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be super fun. Oh wow, here we go. It's super interesting, like this platforming, right? Block here. Like, actually, I'm really, like, enjoying it. Oh, villain? Royal Blade. Where? Oh, okay. So you're like, they are like this, like these guys that are like trying to like, make things worse for the area. Well, I guess we don't worry about this mysterious bubble cannon anymore. Where soldiers assemble? Where's that voice coming from? Does soldiers refer to us? One of the scenes that Colonel Kate is still here. Colonel Kate? Colonel Kate? Colonel Kate?
You look well. That is good. These two are real persons then.
Yes, they are.
I do not wish to know. I do not wish to know the soldiers' names. Amidst the cruel battle, anyone can be turned into ruptured rubbles and scattered foam at any time. Knowing the names of the troops will only cast a shadow upon our final victory. I just need to know one thing. Are the reinforcements you sought?
Yes, but...
Very good. Fresh hands will help us continue the suppression of the two remaining bubble formations.
About the bubble formation.
Next time, soldier, you will give your report first before asking questions. Yes, the formations are places of unparalleled peril. Not to mention the three mighty subordinates that Narcissus has placed them within them.
Well, about that, we've actually cleared all the formations.
What? Why didn't you say so earlier?
We've been trying to tell you, but you haven't been listening. Colonel Kate is done.
Well then, it's good to see everyone as well. So, Anne, who are these people again?
I'm wondering, this is Paimon.
Wanderer Paimon, pleased to make your acquaintance. It's a pleasure to have new blood like you in Kate's resistance front.
Kate's resistance is amazing.
Let us fight for Princess Lyris and the Reconista.
Kate's resistant hunt, huh? Are you guys the same thing as the Narcissus Adventure Team? Let me think. We're now the same thing. We are now the same thing is how I would put it. Also, they were like two separate. That's so interesting to me. How like all these ideals are coming together, right? You have like Jack's ideals. You have like a different group with like Colonel Kate over here, and everyone's like coming together like to do one goal. It's really cool.
Indeed, we have the same objective and plan of action. It is only because we have more combat experience that I am the colonel with my own force.
Where's the rest of your team?
We charge bravely into bubble formation.
Yes, and where's your team? No, it's okay, Kate. No, don't say anything. It's fine. We charge bravely into bubble. Oh my god, I should have read the last part. Oh my god, that hit me so hard. I thought they were just repeating the same line. I've never had that in a game where I was like, I chuckled and then the rest of the text appeared and I was like, oh my god, I feel terrible. Oh my god. Looks like Colonel Kate's got problems too. Everyone, like, oh my god, I feel terrible. I'm so sorry. I thought they were repeating the line again. We'll ease up against immense firepower. Should I say water power? What's next for you?
I plan on going behind enemy lines to see what can be done there. After all, it should be quite easy to go up there now the bubble formations has been broken. I mean, I can't lose some new recruit, can I?
This isn't a competition. We're all helping each other.
Regardless, I shall return when the sun sinks into the sea. Victory in hand. Let's meet again before the high tower.
I love the ideals that they're trying to get at here, right? Like they had Al start off this whole conversation being like, if you were like someone, if you had a different name, you'd still be the person I love. You know, you had someone like Anne who like ran out to get these two random people to come in and help out with this situation as well. Colonel Kate clearly has a very battle oriented ideals where it's like we go in head first. Has a very kind of like military based like thing where like a rebellion based thing where it's like almost like a rebellion army. And then you have someone like Jacques who like calls it the orchestra. There's so many like different like ideals. It's really cool.
Since the bubble formation are gone, let's head to the little fountain. It's right there.
I am in love with this quest. I'm absolutely in love with this quest. I'm having a blast. Whoa, there's a forest spore. There's no one person. What the hell is that? Hello? Mori. Who's that? Hello? Mori? Can you... Mori, no, wait. What happened? What the... No! What? Use force to... Okay, so we just have to fight them. Who are you?
Booba, get them! With sword comes shadow.
That should be enough, yeah.
Silly dog, Mori, bad. They're good people.
Oh, understand. Good Paul.
Mori, oh my god, you are beautiful. You are beautiful, Mori. You really are a dog. You and Paimon shake hands with Mori. It's a slippery experience you might expect a dog made of water. I love Mori already.
Great, now we're introduced. Don't attack them, okay, Mori? Oh, so you're a dog. This makes much more sense.
Does it? Does it really? How does Mori resemble a dog at all? Didn't Al say that? Exactly. What? Don't go believing that purpose defines essence nonsense. Even if you do, Paimon won't. Okay, that's fine. Like, I think what Paimon would say here as well is that it's like, okay, like it's confusing to her. She's very confused. It's like, there's a dog, like, this is not a dog to her. That's fine. I think I'll go along with it though, for sure. Like, to me, it's like, if Mori wants to be a dog, I'm like, that Mori's a dog. What's more Mori is though is a silly dog. But I want to, yeah, Paimon's not being mean to Mori, by the way. Paimon is just like generally like, you know, probably already done with this place as it's so many different like confusing things happening. Poor little Paimon.
Whatever. If an Oceanic can be an evil dragon, then a forest boar can be a dog. Alright?
Yeah. It's okay. Paimon, it's okay. It's all so much at once. We've gotten so much information at once. Like it's been crazy, right? Like we literally have met this underwater civilization. We like have two different names for the same three different names for the same rebellion. We have a dragon that's not a dragon. We have like a woman sitting there made of water on the thing here. There's like someone like, you know, like there's like a cured water. There's like an army of like bad water creatures. There's a forest boar that says they're a dog. It's confusing. It's a lot, right? Don't worry about it. I'm a silly dog.
You've been a good boy, haven't you, guarding this place? So Mori's a member of your team? No, I mean Mori's a dog. But a duck, a frog, a finch, and a squirrel can join, so why can't a dog?
Mori must protect the princess.
That's the princess?
A long time ago, Mori played here.
That sounds way too much like Jack's voice.
A long time ago, Mori played here with the Princess Alp, Petite Nay, and Jack. But the air and the water later filled with the scent of evil, and everyone left. Only the princess remained, so I protected her.
So this is Princess Lyris. It's such a how do I say it? Like it's such a beautiful like image of like this girl in water, right? Just made of water. Right, it's mentioned here that the princess lost her treasure, which is why everything stagnated. So this is where it was. Isn't the princess in the tower, though?
That's right. This is only a statue of her.
Seriously, another looks like it, but not really? Yeah. We got a lot here, Bob, but it's a lot.
Oh, not the princess?
No, Princess Lyris is in her tower.
There are two princesses?
Mori.
No, see, that's not the real one.
Not the princess.
Try giving it a sniff.
Oh, not the princess.
Told you so.
Well, it's understandable mistake. In the Anna pauses, a boar is a dog, and Oceana is an evil dragon. The evil dragon turned out to be a statue, and duck and finch are siblings, and a squirrel is a colonel. Yeah, it's a different world. It's a different world. Paimon can feel a sense of what's real not slipping away the longer we stay here. That's fine. Yeah, honestly, Paimon, can barely take, most days because, her sweet little head, like me and Paimon shared the same brain cell. I'm not saying she's dumb, by the way. Paimon, because I can call me dumb. I'm not never calling Paimon dumb. That's never happening. We just have a connection sometimes.
Let's not sweat the small stuff, alright? Okay, Mori, be a good doggy and descend the tower, then meet up with everyone.
Okay, what about you, Anne?
Well, I'm going up a wandering Paimon to reclaim the princess's treasure.
Oh, okay, bye-bye.
I love Mori so much.
Alright, then what do we do now? Use these bubbles the princess would make these back when she was play with us. And they would fly very high up indeed. We'd fly around in those bubbles, touring the realm. That sounds quite exciting. That sounds like a trick those Hydra... Yeah, yes, patch it out. That sounds quite exciting. Whatever the case, you just need to sit in a bubble and it'll take us up there, right? That's right, in the meantime, I'll do my best to control the bubble's direction. I think this is like a very nice quest in my opinion, of understanding, right? Like it's a very nice quest of
That's everything.
Does that make sense in what I'm saying? We know Paimon is prone to confusion quite a bit, and Paimon also doesn't take a lot of this is such a cool statue. Paimon also is not extremely good at times at taking a lot of information in at once because things can get confusing in this world. How many times have we ourselves have sat there and been like, what? We've done quests where we've been like, huh? So I think like what this quest is for like at least all the like meeting all these different creatures, it's like they all have like different like very, I think all of them have very reasonable ideals where like, you know, one of them's like, I want to like, you know, at the end, after this is over, I want to keep working to making things better for people. You know, the other people like, we want to like, you know, make sure that this place is a better place to live. I want to protect my sister and brother, make sure no one else dies. I want to start a rebellion here and fight back. And it's like literally like all of them have these amazing ideas and it all leads back to saving the princess or miss. And like, it's like a really nice understanding. Like I like it a lot. We're flying, Paimon loves it, we're flying. Like, if all they did was steal snacks from children, like, it would be a lot easier. I love when we're back in water, we look so cute in the water. Weren't we just flying up into a sky bubble?
Yes, we were.
And we kept going up and up until we crashed headfirst into water, right?
Yes, is there something wrong?
There's so much wrong, the Paimon doesn't even know where to start. Perhaps just one of those kingdom's magical aspects. No one wishes to have their soul weighed down by gravity. Yeah, we'll just go with this. You know what? Paimon's just not going to ask. The Princess Treasure should be around here somewhere, right? Yeah, exactly. And again, this is what I'm talking about. It's so understandable that Paimon's sitting here being like, what the hell is happening? Because there's like so many like different things that we've never experienced before in this game being shot at Paimon all at once. And us as well, you know? It's just that like, you know, you guys know I have an affinity towards magical creatures. You know what I mean? I have a huge affinity towards like, you know, like very Ghibli-esque stuff, you know? Oh wow, it's there, yeah, the treasure chest. A tree-layered seal. Oh, you mean that? Wow, the outer bubble is pretty big. The treasure seems to be inside a really small chest. Looks like some threads flowing water connecting to the big bubbles. We look so cute with the water. It seems the bubble formation here will not attack us. In that case, let's use the break the seals. We just need to guide the projectiles through the bubble rings connecting to the flowing water. That should transfer the force of the projectile through the water and weaken its seals. Okay. Those bubbles are pretty scary. Everything's scary down here. Like, we're underwater. It's, you know, you're right. Once she looks like there are 3 strands of water. It looks so cool. Once we deal with them, the treasure should be ours. That's right. It's in our hands, Knight, Wanderer, and Paimon. And the fact that we're standing over like air is it's so the ocean, it's so scary, right? The rule of 3 works. It's been a thing since like the beginning of video games. Defeat things 3 times, and it just works in our brain. It just works, right? And you see this in boss battles in this game too. It's just something that works so well. We finally found the most precious of treasures. We got it? Awesome. I thought there was gonna be like a little bit of an obstacle here, if I'm being honest. It looks like a pocket watch. Seems like it's not moving anymore. But it has been in water all this time, so it should be broken down long ago, right?
This is full of Princess Lear's precious time. Let's go back to town and meet up with our friends.
I love this world quest so freaking much. Are you kidding me? I love it so freaking much. So we're just gonna go down here like down? Like, yeah, we are just going down. Let's go! Can we just fall through the water? Is that what's gonna happen? There's no way. I'm terrified, but that's so cool. I can feel it. We're getting close. That's so neat! I'm sorry, that's so neat. Oh, we're gonna die. When we wake up our car. Oh my god, look at it all together as well! Oh my god.
Colonel Kate and Maury linked up with us while you were out.
I love Maury so much. We're back with the princess treasure.
Well done, soldier.
I got too many voices this episode.
Well done, soldier. You made a fine contribution. The Red Resistance Front is proud of you.
I love a good resistance. You guys know, like, I grew up in Ireland, where like we had many a rebellion, and you know we look upon a lot of those people who made their rebellion possible, like in a lot of reverence. So I can only relate to like my people's rebellions and stuff like that, and you know, so resistances like mean a lot to me, you know.
Okay, now isn't the time. So fast, Colonel. Wonder is a contact of the orchestra, not a cannon fodder for some no-name army.
Oh my god, yeah, again, like, see, the disagreements, right? The disagreements, like, on one side, it's like, hey, like, I don't want him to die in this army. On the other side, it's like, we don't need to fight for this. Like, it's so interesting to me. It's so fun. Like, it's so fun and so interesting.
Your orchestra couldn't hold Wanda. Not unless you wanted to make it and name it after him instead.
To name us? Oh, name it?
Huh. Well, if you wank, you may as well give it to Wanda, no?
Oh my god. Of course they would butt heads as well. Of course they would. You can almost expect it.
The soldiers bleed while commanders steal the glory. It's quite ordinary. But you're special. A colonel. Who not only does nothing, but even lets his troop take credit for victory.
Wow, Jacques.
While you were willing your time away here, I was taking out the bubble formations in the water above. If not for that, they would have gained the treasure so easily.
Stop fighting over me, all of you. I've heard enough. See you around. Let's get this straight. First, I didn't join any of you. Let's say stop fighting over me, because here's the thing. I'm literally going to get you guys to the same goal. We're going to get the same goal, and then honestly, like, afterwards, if you want to come and get me with a world quest and I'll help you out with something like that, and it's an ideal I believe in, let's go. Wow, you sound like just a female protagonist in a novel. Well, how about this? Let's call it the organization Colonel Paimon's Resistant Front and the Orchestra Paimon. Yes, let's call it that. Please, let's call it that.
I'm done. Mori, get him. Mori, get him?
Wait, what? Mori bowls Jack over. Poor Jack. Kate laughs at him. Only to also be knocked up. Okay, getting them both. I was like, for a second there, I was like, okay, dude. Poor Jack. The altercation is veggie canned by Alan Patishu's meditation. I love that Anne can just sick Mori on people, though. That's hilarious.
Mori's really reliable at times like this, huh? You know, in some ways. Let's get to business, shall we? That's right. We'll get nowhere if we keep arguing. That's more we go nowhere, the more we're gonna argue. True. Yes, you're both right. Let's leave the have a speech then, Anne. You know, the rousing kind? But... I approve upon my suggestion. It is not such times is it not such times an adventurers team's leader should step up to the plate?
But I'm not good at speeches, and can you really call me the leader?
As surely as I'm colonel, I affirm that you will be the best officer for this adventuring team. My views on the title of colonel aside, we are in accord.
Yeah, I think they all like respect Anne a great deal and love Anne. They love each other a great deal. I feel like, you know, they just have, again, like I said, they all like they're coming from different perspectives. But they both want a rebellion against this, like, this thing as they see as like an oppressive thing, you know? I don't know much about leaders or glory or whatever, but if it's not for you, and if not for Wander and Paimon, whom you brought here, I know what you would become of me.
Night Wander and Paimon, what do you say?
This is what everyone wants. Let's go for it. Go for it.
In that case, what should the leaders say in times like this?
Let Paimon think, since we have Princess Lyris' treasure next, we just need to enter the tower and rescue her, right?
So you just need to encourage everyone to do just that before we start. Paimon, do you have any interest in being the leader? How about you, Wander? You can do it.
You can't do that. You can do it. I know you can do it.
Not if you said we wouldn't have made it this far.
We're just here to support you. Yeah. Whatever the case, you can only be the leader of this adventure team. That's what everyone wants, so stop trying to push it off on someone else, yeah. Whoa, we support you. Oh, that's so nice.
All right, this leader business used to be so much easier.
Ahem. Let's go on. Let's go.
No matter the name of our organization is, we're all part of the Narcissus Adventure Team.
Exactly.
We all have a common goal to rescue Princess Lyris.
Miss Lyris.
Jack is my favorite character ever.
Oh, or Miss Lyris. We intend to save the Narcissus Kingdom.
Republic.
I love him. Again, like, my country is a republic, you know? that's what it is. It's the Republic of Ireland. So, like, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, let's go, Jack. Let's go. Please continue on. But, like, she's making the speech. So let's leave it here, you know?
And restore the land waters to the original gleaming shimmer through the Reconquista, so that the sunflowers may once more flourish. And, am I not right about that?
That's right. Everyone, even Jack. We experienced many battles and partings during the long years of conflict, and many team members we once had are no longer with us. But we won't forget the times we spent together. We'll always be... and...
That's right. Even if I'm our leader, I'm everyone's friend first and foremost.
That's great. You're doing so good.
The same goes for you, Colonel Kate. Jack, don't forget your friendship over differences, ideals, and perspectives.
Because that's what it is, right? They both want a rebellion. They both want to fight back. I think it's just like Jack is obviously talking about the stuff that's coming afterwards, which I think is still important too, right? You know, one of the things, and I think from Jack's perspective, he's like, you know, with Colonel Kate, it's like, you're leaving people into battle, they're dying in battle, which is also a perspective that people had like in the rebellions in Ireland as well, where it was like, all these people are dying, and then it wasn't until like a massive amount of deaths where people were like, oh my god, these are like, you know, really fighting for something. Like, it was a crazy thing. So it's like, those perspectives during rebellion are so interesting to me. They're so interesting. Anne's being super mature right now. Bravo, let's go. Everyone can clap now. Everyone's up clap. Come on, stop. No, we're not.
With Night Wanderer and Paimon said, we were finally able to obtain the princess's treasure. Time that was once frozen will flow again, and we'll rescue her. For that, Wanderer and Paimon, I thank you. We'll always be our friends, and I believe that our princess will be also glad to call you such. Okay, I'm done now.
Bravo, no, you're fantastic. Bravo, applause. Yes. Nice, alright, what do we do next?
Well, now I think it's time to unleash the treasure's power in the stagnant tower. This way its time should flow once more.
Like this? Oh man, this is so cool. Whoa.
My thanks, Wonder. Now, unfortunately, I fear that none of us know what will happen next.
But since the Prince's Tower has been unsealed, we should move as soon as we can, right?
Right, you are, Petty Shoe. Let's go.
I'm so interested to see exactly what happened. Oh, it's closing. Oh my god, what's happening? Oh, we're doing battles. And we're fighting with them. We're fighting with Petty Shoe and Al. This is so cool.
Ready, steady, go!
Why does Narcissus Little Minions need so many titles?
The more useless the person, the more hats they need.
That's actually an interesting perspective, right? Like the more someone feels they're useless, they probably like need to be like recognized more, or they feel like they need to be recognized more.
Actually, they are mighty warriors who have caused much harm during previous engagements. If the battle seemed easy, it was due to your great might. Sorry, Night Wonder, but our attacks can do nothing against the henchmen, so it's all up to you.
It's fine. Easy peasy, it's fine.
You know, where is Princess Lyris? Doesn't like there's any path ahead. To be honest, I didn't think it's far either. Let's just keep going up, shall we?
How do you do that? You can fly up there, Paimon.
Well, even Paimon couldn't do that. Why would she even encounter Narcissus' minions?
Exactly. We don't want to leave Paimon by herself. Poor Paimon.
Even if all the kingdom's treasures were up there, it wouldn't feel like we found them if you were there too.
Paimon, I love you so much.
Gopise, I understand. We do one and all. We have a certain amount of power. It is all magic given to us by the princess, yes, but we can do the same, some things with it.
But if we do,
we're all born from the same source.
I don't see why you would be unable to understand and accept this. Has this not happened before?
I know all this in theory, but I do hate what is happening.
I just know why, but I just... Don't make such a face sound. We were born from the same waters. We were only... No. We bound ourselves in different shapes using these films to keep the princess company. Coming together once again for her sake is not strange at all. Wait, so they all became this to like keep the prince... What? What are you talking about? As long as we forsake our forms and join together, we can produce greater magic. This way, we can send you to the next... What do you... No, don't do that. I love all of you. Wait, but if you do that... You do not have to worry, friend. We came here in the same body of water, so giving up our forms is not the same as what you call death. Pure waters can turn to creatures of all sorts. And such changes do not go a long way. So they're all gonna become one again? Even if we can't adventure for or fight alongside you, we can still progress together. That's so sad, though. They all like made those forms to keep the princess company down here. Anna's not gonna take this right. And I wonder, Pine, what do you say? What do I say? It's not exactly. It's not a decision to make. Only you can decide what your venture team will do. This is your story. Yes. Yes. You're right, Wonder, but... That's so... I know I feel so sad. Give us orders, ma'am. The tower seals have been broken, which means they can no longer hold Narcissus back. Every moment counts. I'm counting on you all. Orders received. And like they're still sticking up with their personalities and stuff. I can't deal with this. I really can't deal with this. Leave it to us. Go with Wonder and Paimon, Anne. Make sure you save the princess. What the hell are they doing? This is... I leave Miss Lyris in your hands. And he even says Miss Lyris, yeah, Jack, I'm gonna miss you so much. You're my boy. In that case, dear Petty Shoe. Maury, Colonel Kate, and Jack. Okay, Maury, okay, bye-bye. Just simple. That's what? Our powers right. It just happened like that? And it's such a, like, here's the thing, it's so, like, beautiful, the sentiment, right? The idea of what it is like they're all coming together, all their different ideals all manifest into one to have the same goal. To save the princess. Or save Miss Lyris. But they're leaving Anne here behind. And, like, I know, like, it's like, oh, like, it's not, they said it's not death. It kind of reminds me of the way the R&R, but, you know, hey, it's not death when you get, like, you know, when you become that tree or whatever. It still doesn't feel good. Pull yourself together, Anne. Let's go. No, you know what? You can be sad. Look at this little motion they're doing. You can be sad. That is crazy. That is so sad. I could tell what they were like when they started like again, because I just think it's because like Once we reach Princess Lyra's, we'll be able to bring them forth again. Okay. Good. Okay, so they can come back. But like to me, like what's so like I was getting really sad about that was like these guys are like they have like their own personalities and they're so interesting. They're some of the most interesting characters you've ever seen. I'm not sure either, to be honest. I've never considered what would happen after you entered the tower. Oh, in that case, let's proceed with caution. Let's see what's on the other side. We should be careful. We're the only ones the princess can rely on. So we're going into a port. Wow, man, there's so many like different aspects to this quest. We can't read this, no. But it has an interesting, this whole location's pretty interesting. Maybe a little warning next time? Sorry, Paimon. Whoa. It looks like the Philosophy Institute, right? Beautiful music. Paimon's kind of dizzy. There's so many books here. It has similar structure to the Philosophy Institute for sure. Is this a library?
This library existed long before we arrived. The contents seem to be ancient dramas. Children love to read books, but there is much they won't understand. So they often ask adults to read the stories to them. In the books where there's an evil dragon, there must be heroes who hunt the dragon. If there's a mage, there must be a wandering knight. The recognition must come to pass, and the princess must be saved. And of course, a chime will sound, and the tale eventually will come to a halt. Yet will it not end.
Listen to this music. It's so gorgeous.
There will not be another adventure, and another one after that, until the children grow up and leave this place.
Man, it's such a beautiful sentiment. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
So I feel like memories and feelings suddenly flood into my mind. How strange.
Like the way Anne talks and the way they've talked so far to us, while they've been very funny at times, it's such a beautiful quest. Well, as long as you're alright. Paimon thought you might have been bewitched by Narcissus' magic or something. That might actually be so. Well, then what do we do next? I'm not sure either. Whatever the case, let's have a look around, sure. First off, there's a door over there, but it looks like there's no way to go through. You two should be able to cross it. You're Anne's knight now, you know? This all be points if you don't come along. I love the way Paimon says that. I'm with you as well. Like, Paimon, you're my knight.
This sticks out like a sore thumb.
This might be some sort of path.
Paimon doesn't know either, but let's go all the same.
Yeah, we'll see what we can find here, you know? Anne and Narcissus Act 2. So this little platform on the floor. But there's also a thing at the door over here that we can activate too.
Don't blink.
I don't know why I would do that. Because we need to like... That opens the door. But there's also this stuff here. But we need 3 of these. Wait, is it for the floor here maybe? Maybe we come back and we open that. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Enter? Why so? Yeah, it feels like it's similar to the Philosophy Institute, right? From my perspective, anyway. What is this? That's a full shield of Narcissus? That name does fit our adventure up till now, huh? This is the center of the world, the castle where the dragon lurks, the tower that imprisons the princess. Sometimes it's the lost ancient city of Ys. Sometimes Arcadia at times. It is even golden Hyboria. Here many untrodden realms have been conquered. Here many heroes have defeated evil dragons. This place brims with magic, and I never were able to understand it. Children could see through a stone wall, the imaginary griffins that whirl freely in the distant cloud-filled skies. These 4 pools would, in different adventures, tales be the 4 seas, and sometimes the 4 cardinal realms of the world. I cannot understand these things either, but to accompany the children on their adventures, I played all sorts of roles. Wow. Are these more suddenly emerging memories? Yes. Anne, are you alright? I don't know, I feel very strange. These memories are so beautiful, but terrifying too. Whoa! On top of the small fountain, there's a holy blade of Narcissus. It actually looks it's so sick seeing that type of like just a sword and a statue. Behold, Paimon, the holy blade. It's like the time with the sword of the brilliant valor. That was it. It's just a shabby wooden sword. It looks sick though. With the sword in hand, Paimon bets kids for sure felt invincible heroes. Yeah, like they're on an adventure. Ready to take to the skies and do battle with their enemies, huh? Appropriately shaped branches and dying poles could also, in the right state, be the holy blade. But one day, a certain woman brought several wooden swords to the children to play with, so that the drying poles would stop being used in the fight, so she did. And who was that, the princess? I don't know, must have been someone who once lived here, okay. Yeah, it does seem like the kingdom was once a lively place with all sorts of people in it. When you think about it like that, the Holy Blade must have been very important.
A normal sword can cleave flesh, but the Holy Blade can cleave the spirit at will. As such, even impervious dragons and formless illusions are no match for it. If the story of our adventure team is to reach an end, we will need that blade.
Is it really that powerful? It just looks like a cheap wooden sword. Just take its holy as the face value. I think the idea of it is actually incredible, though. If you say so, but it doesn't it doesn't look like we can reach it right now. Let's continue exploring. If we'll break the magic bubble. No, it seems pretty interesting to me now because like what we're seeing here is like even though it's a wooden sword, it carries like a lot of memories and a lot of like the idea of like those children's adventures in it, right? The kingdom's adventures. It's a really interesting thing. So maybe we're gonna find some seals along the way because there's a place over here we can activate too. Yeah. The music is gorgeous. The music is so gorgeous. I can't get over it. I'm listening, like every part of it, I'm just like, listen to it. It's just so pretty. Yeah, I like this team a lot. I like this team a whole hell of a lot. It's so fun. It's freaking gorgeous, isn't it? It's so pretty. This whole place is so pretty.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
It's like a church, isn't it? The bubble formation. Oh, we have to destroy the bubble formation, but I guess we have to like move between the rocks. This is so cool. The bubble formation puzzles have been incredible.
Actually, why is there a bubble formation here too? Was it meant to prevent invaders from kidnapping the princess? That is the case. Also, you ran into the same enemies earlier. Didn't you say that Princess Lyris gave you her treasure? The tower stagnated and even the Narcissus couldn't enter? There's a lot of stuff here that doesn't make sense. What's going on? I don't know either. I never thought about what would happen after we entered the tower. Also, this place feels very strange. I don't understand. I should never have been here before, but I find myself feeling many things.
Do you not feel it? No, we don't. This is your story, it seems. Paimon doesn't either. The music is incredible.
Well, do you know what this place is, Anne? This was the assembly for the Narcissus Institute. The children who would study here normally, I remember now. This was a lovely place. There was no sunlight, but it was always lively here, so this is a study place for the children. The children were all in different dimensions. Some of them were as different as the two of you, but here they would study together, listen to the tales of the Hydro Archon and to tales older still, dimensions. I mean, some children were very small and some were somewhat larger. Hey now, Paimon might be small, but she got a big heart. Yeah, you do, sweetheart. Anyway, what about the princess? Was she a child too? Would the children hear their stories about her? I don't know. Huh? Why does Paimon get the feeling the story started drifting away from the princess ever since we teleported here? For sure. A lot of it's changed. A lot of it's changed by a lot. Places must something to do with her. We must be able to find her at the end of this road. She'd be happy to see us. Well, you're the local. Paimon trusts you. Yeah, it seems like it's very much one of those situations where, like, yes, we are here, but this isn't our source. This is a place where all the children would, like, study and stuff. It's a super interesting location. So we heard of the stories about, like, someone was bringing swords to the children down here. And they would hear about different adventures. And again, sometimes those stories can be just as powerful as anything else, right? Just as powerful. Like the ones, like this, you hear the sound of a bell? What? Does that mean adventures come to a close or Princess Lyris is right up ahead? Maybe. Let's check what's in the treasure chest first.
That's everything.
Whoa.
On to the next.
We're back here. No, this is a different place. Paimon's kind of dizzy. There's so many books here. It's okay, Paimon. You okay? Deja vu, perhaps. It feels similar. You know, Paimon thought she hadn't fully woken up yet, but these things have happened before. But they have. Yeah, haven't these things happened before?
There'll be another adventure, another...
Yes. What? So even though the princess is waiting for us at the end of this road, it's just a bunch of connected loops with no real end. On the other hand, there's two of them this time. Even though the princess is waiting for us at the end of this road, it's just a bunch of connected loops, and yeah, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road. Do you have an idea, Wonder? Let's go over what we know first, then. Have you noticed anything, Paimon? You're asking Paimon, hold on a moment. First, the paths here have been connected, such in a way they form a ring, right? In that case, there'd be no getting out. Except that we were able to get on these paths, so there should be a way off them. There has to be a point in which we can break through. Next, we saw that super powerful sword or something. The Holy Blade of Narcissus' Cruise. It should be a key item in some way. And why do you think that? Well, it looks like a wooden sword, but inside is a protective barrier, so would all that trouble be necessary if it wasn't important? Yeah. So Paimon thinks we need to get the sword. Was there any other notable thing? Paimon can't think of anything at the moment, but that said, the tile sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? Paimon didn't just make it that one up, by the way. When we passed this way before, it did feel weird. This tile is not connected to the others, and somehow it has a different pattern. It could be a trap. Good work, Paimon. Well done. Wait, why are you praising Paimon so seriously all of a sudden? Paimon's like, Eustace, no, you deserve it. That was so good. That was so good. You're making so many connections. You really have impressive mind, Paimon. Yes, yes, yes. And for me, my head's a mess. I can't get my thoughts right, which is understandable. This is like clearly messing with your head quite a bit, Anne. Don't beat yourselves up too much. You're being assaulted by strange memories in this place. Anyway, let's think how we can get out of this loop based on the stuff we thought of earlier. So, it is a connected loop. Look for the objective in this area. Is this where we came in? You cannot enter. Okay. Well, we know we can open this door, right? So maybe we just have to get the sword. Maybe the sword will change things. But we can keep going on here. Yeah, this is what Paimon said is very true. Since we come here, it feels like it's changed. The story has changed quite a bit. Oh! That thing we got in the chest, and we get the sword! The Jabberwock's holy sword. We finally got the Holy Blade of Narcissus. So we just keep moving? What the hell is happening? Yeah, you said this before as well! Someone wants this tale of adventure to never end. What are you on about, Wanderer? You know what, Paimon? You know what? Paimon had a thought. She hadn't fully woken up yet, but haven't these things happened before? But the future of a story that constantly repeats will never come. But we must keep moving forward. Yes. Princess Lyris waits at the end of this path. Oh, Paimon knows the last time we heard you said, on the other hand, we'll be able to leave as long as we find the end of the road, didn't you? Yes. There must be a way. It's so interesting because now there's someone who doesn't want the idea of the story to end. Now there's 3 of these, by the way. Act 3, maybe, is what we're looking at. Maybe it's not just like the idea of pairs. Maybe it's Act 3. It seems that way, right? It seems that like someone is like, I want this story to keep going. I don't want the idea of like what's happening here to end. The wooden sword clearly represents the idea of the stories as well, right? The idea of like, it's not a real sword, but it represents so much of what could be a real sword. Because now this is open, right? If you get what I'm saying, like, well, you guys probably get what I'm saying more than I do, like, because I'm still a bit confused. But like, it's the idea that, like, you know, the wooden sword is like representative of. Yeah, there's 3 of them now, so maybe it's not the idea of pairs. Maybe it's just like acts, maybe of the story. Maybe everything's similar, but like it's trying to break through in the story. Wait, what the? Was that there before and I just didn't see it? Wait. That was there the whole time? And there was a doorway. What? Okay, so what it was the elevator. I think I went back through like twice more. Obtained the Holy Blade. What did that? Wait, and now we're back here again? Did that break the loop, I wonder? Is that a possibility? Because now look, it has an actual quest marker on it, so maybe the blade is different when we go over there? Wait. Wait, what's happening? Finding the Holy Blade is ours. Okay. It doesn't look like much, but once its powers awaken, it'll become a destructive, invincible weapon. How is it, Wonder? Can you feel its power? Just being honest, this really is a wooden toy sword. Come to think of it, and you didn't mention the Holy Blade was originally a wooden sword the kids played with.
That's right. When the young heroes of Narcissus Adventure Team would pick the sword up, they would be able to defeat
all foes in their tail. And it keeps talking about like a story in their tale. Well, let's just take the sword, shall we? Who knows, it might come in handy later. And if not, we can take the sword as a souvenir. So it's how they used it that gave them power with this. Oh, we have to go back? It looks like it. Go on with the help of the Holy Blade's power. So now we have the Holy Blade. And we need to head back here. This was an interesting loop. It made me feel very, like, nervous. Oh, and that moves that then now that we have the Holy Blade. Wait. It was layers. It was layers. They were all What? It was all layers. Looks like the path leads downward rather than forward. It's a really long descent. Let's go. I'm up for it. It's so creepy. We got this. Don't worry. Wander's really reliable. And it's a really good wind glider too. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll do this. And Palmy knows you're worried about what might come afterwards, right? Well, don't be. A real adventure is not only filled with challenges, but also unknowns. The most important thing is to come back from completing those challenges and unknowns in one piece and gain something in the end as well. Isn't that right, Wander? Yeah, she's just up ahead. True.
I believe in you, Night Wanderer and Paimon. You're wise and powerful, and you're also kind people.
You're so kind. And ding, 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 we have a winner. In that case, let's go. Ad Astra Avisosk. I love that Paimon brought that up now. Because we are on an adventure, right? That's so interesting, Dad. It was layered. It's a layered freaking place. Holy hell. Oh my god, we went into a portal. To where? This looks like oh my god, this looks like a boss room. This looks like a boss room. Paimon feels like something should happen right about now. Oh, it's like there's water out here as well.
I feel uneasy too. I've been fighting ever since we came down here.
No need to worry. Wander will protect us no matter what. The faith that she has in us is so nice. Of course I will. Of course.
I believe in the two of you. I just don't know what we'll encounter later.
We'll take everything as it comes. Still, best be prepared, Wanderer. We might be in for a battle with Narcissus for all we know. Yes, it looks incredible though with the water raised up here. Like, look at this. What? The Oceania, oh my god. It's actually just like an Oceania we're fighting. That is incredible. I want to heal everyone up first of all. It's sad because I only think of like Mori now, you know?
Speed of light. Hey!
You know, you get what I'm saying? Like if you like I think of Mori now when I think of like this type of creature.
Don't blink.
And Kate! Colonel Kate!
Incoming.
Please do not ever,
Nice and spicy.
ever make me fight Colonel Kate. But like I guess like it's the manifestation of what they can become. But I guess we can't think of them as Mori, right? We can't think of the like this is Mori. We can't think of that as Colonel Kate.
Boba, get them. Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Nice. So nice. So nice. And more Colonel Kate.
Don't blink.
Yeah, no, I can't call them that because I feel like it's so disrespectful as well, right? Because like that's not them. It's like, again, they are one with the water, but this seems like more of the Oceanid's water than it does the princess's water.
Into the fun.
Oh man. And we're back out again. Come on down. What's this? Okay, just different portals you can come out of. Should we wait till attack or use fitful rabbits to raise yourself higher and avoid damage? Oh, here. Okay. Perfect.
I knew that. The fitful rabbit, of course.
Practice on the side. Speed of light.
So much freaking good damage. Are you kidding me?
Nice and
Holy hell.
ready, steady, go. Incoming.
Very cool. Very, very cool scene. Very cool battle. So why do we mean Narcissus isn't here? Yeah, what's happening? According to what we said before, the tower has lost its time and thus stagnated. As such, no one could open or enter it. But this space is not within the tower. It's below it? We teleported to a different place from the tower. Oh. That's why Paimon forgot that happened. But if that's the case. But how?
No one can't be true. The princess should be in the tower. I mean, that was the adventure team's only hope in this dark world. If she isn't, our adventures, their meaning. I bet Shu and the others.
No, we can't think like this. We can't. But we did take our biggest threat to the kingdom out, didn't we? That's a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right, Paimon. Thank you. Thank you both.
The story's not over. I love the writing in this freaking quest. Look, there's a place we haven't been before. Maybe we'll find more clues there. Huh? This is insane. It was a cool battle as well. And honestly, I can feel that way where it's like, oh, I don't know if I was able to, like, do anything with this, you know? But I love the way this is, like, slightly flooded as well. But, like, we fought Narcissus down here. They say that no one can enter, but obviously we're in a different place. It's clear the Oceanid, like, not all Oceanids are just, like, beautiful creatures. Some of them, as we know, can be vengeful. Some of them can be, you know, want to just protect the area they're in. Look, there's tons of reasons here. Sans reasons, there's gotta be some clues, right? Yes. Some information, I guess? The duty will be taken up by Basil Elton, former naval commander. May her steely temper be itself tempered by the family she will establish with these children, going forward. What's the idiot thinking? Well, whatever, might as well have some fun post-retirement. Okay. According to the ancient theater and mysterious research hidden here, we believe that the documents and folklore discovered within Petrichor. The research team from the Institute of Natural Philosophy holds that. Petrichor. 1 serving of flour, 1 of sugar, 1 of melted butter, 2 of eggs, and a large amount of milk with which to make foam. Are you kidding me? What exactly is a large amount? Remember it as well this time. 50 minutes at 180 degrees. It is not the same as 5 at 540. Yes, 100%. If you're baking, it's not the same. Linking up with Ingold, Guillotine, and the rest of the old gang will go some way towards solving the dispersion problem. This situation is no place for personal feelings, but what a person lacks can lack them completely. I can only hope that they aren't treating my dear old spontaneity too poorly and let it rust in the harbour. And I hope my skills haven't rusted away either. I hope all goes well. I still want to watch the dough rise to the sound of play outside in the window. I still want to watch them grow into fine adults. There's a lot of very, like, vague information here as well, though, right? Deciding to incorporate the Institute for raising orphans and children of criminals into the public welfare system. Considering the ruins of a previous civilization upon which it is situated, it shall be named the seat of the director was established in honor of the Hydroarchon's great virtue and has been taken on by a gentle-natured Oceanid. The title of vice director is to be taken up by the one who displayed exceptional moral quality and ability. What? What is happening? Read the book. Did they say the Oceanid was to take up this task? A picture book. Oh, it suits you, Paimon. What's that mean? Well, that's because Paimon's unique sensibility. No, picture books just speak to her better. Yeah, I mean, like, artwork is nice. Paimon can appreciate art and we can't. There you go. Right back at you.
This book gives me strange feelings.
Let Paimon see. A long, long time ago in a place far away, there was once a beautiful and kind princess named Lyris. And yup, she's our main character. I don't want this name. That's not what you said before. Anne said this? Do you want to read it too, Anne? In that case, Paimon's going to continue. Oh, she was reading it? Oh, come on, it's just a story. There's no need to be so fussy. Anyway, a protagonist needs an antagonist, an evil one at that. Wait, let me read this again. I don't want this name, that's not what you said before. And our evil antagonist, well, that's the dragon Narcissus, so evil that he is a peace, that the peace-loving people tremble at the sound of his name. And that he cares, not that he cares about their feelings though. The name Petrichor, we've heard that before, right? And that's what's nagging on my brain. There's some stuff I'm going to forget, and you can remind me in the comments, please, so we can talk about it maybe next time we talk about something. Or maybe I'll come back afterwards and talk about it. If I realize what Petrichor is from, we'll talk about it afterwards. He sowed destruction across the lands with searing flame. At last, only the princess's realms reigned safe. But because the princess worked tirelessly to defend her realm, Narcissus' plot to destroy everything could not succeed. So, in a Narcissus story, I am the evil villain? It's kind of weird. It started like a story, but it also feels like it isn't. You got a bigger brain here. You have to look too. Why? You know, I never even like looked at her as like a Oceanid. You know what I mean? So wait. Are we saying that like... Are they saying that you're like narcissistic? I'm sorry, are we saying that's what we're saying? Read carefully. What the hell? What is happening? Are you saying you're the antagonist of the story? I didn't even see you as an Oceanid, like, I'll be honest, because you were so small. Did we actually warp? Oh my freaking god. I did not see you as an Oceanid at all. But where are we now? We're inside the storybook. This is the real Anna Pose. What? Act 3? If she no longer dreams of you, what is happening? Huh? Feels like the book we saw in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. Paimon doesn't know, but it feels like different somehow. Paimon wants to say that the book's contents were really weird, but it's not really that much when compared to this. The world should be like this, not how it is outside. Children should be able to play under the sun and the grass without fear, hindrance, or harm. This place doesn't feel pretty comfy. Yeah, Paimon feels way better than she did back when we were adventuring throughout the kingdom. There was no sunlight there at all. Is that how it is? One mystery follows another. The music here as well. So it does feel better here. Are you okay, Anne? Never mind, this place is really nice. It's got a Princess Lear's garden, right? Say, wonder, when our adventure is over, why don't we find a place that gets to live? I have no problem with that. We can eat tasty fruits, plants, lots of sweets. And we can invite our friends over as guests. We could all live together happily. What do you say? Sure. Then it's agreed. Still, we should focus on helping Anne find the princess first, huh? I want to find out more about everything here. Hide and seek, where did Mary and her friends go? Who's saying this? Sounds like someone's singing over there. So was Anne the villain in that story? Is she seen as the Oceanid? This is gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Is that the princess? Is that the princess? This place is gorgeous. Please talk to us, princess. Hide and seek, where did Mary and her friends go? To a great sea without borders, a place from all life flows. Hey there. Oh, hi. Oh my god, you have a beautiful design. Oh my god, the hair is gorgeous. What a cool design. I'm sorry, I was just preparing some tea, and I didn't notice you. Come sit and snacks will be ready soon. But wait, can we talk for... Wait, okay. I'm sorry, I was just preparing some tea, and didn't notice you. Come sit and snacks will be ready soon. That's the line before. Oh, snacks. Yes, and ours are very good. But I must say this first. We can only start once the bell rings. It would be quite rude to do otherwise. Where are you from, by the way? Why you are a fascinating combination, aren't you? A handsome young man, a small Oceana, and you're beautiful. I didn't even see her. I genuinely didn't even see her as an Oceana, but now it makes perfect sense. I'm such an idiot. Because you know what? Like I was thinking of like, you know, like Paimon's Paimon, and he's Wonder. I love the introductions always. It's just Paimon or Anne look unhappy. She might have been reminded of something. And this Oceana is our friend, Anne. Oh my, a fine name indeed. So this is Marianne! In this case, please call me Marianne! Oh my god, it's not the princess, it's Marianne! Or maybe it is the princess, but that's Marianne. Are you freaking kidding me? We found you, Maranne. You know, Paimon, sure, we've heard What? Of course we have. What a pleasant surprise. It's been a long time since I've met someone else from outside. Where are you from? Well, actually, Paimon's not sure either. We defeated the fell dragon Narcissus, and then we ended up here somehow. The fell dragon Narcissus, you say? That must have been a frightening foe. I cannot believe we're talking to her just right here. That we just found her here. Did you think so, Wonder? In a manner of speaking, I suppose. My, I've heard that the Narcissus has hurt many, and has turned many kingdoms to ash. Defeating him was an impressive feat indeed. The story. We're inside the storybook. Also, you know about him too? Great. We're here from the Narcissus kingdom, and we're looking for Princess Lyris. You know where we might find her? Princess Lyris, you say? I'm afraid I do not know.
But she should be here.
I feel for Anne so badly right now. Is that the case, Anne? But I've lived here for a long time, and yet I've never seen any princess. Perhaps she might be somewhere else? Is that so? But before we came, we read a book about the princess and how she was beautiful and kind and stuff. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with any such person. On the flip side, do you look quite like a prince from a distant Thank you. Oh my god, Maranne, you're fantastic. You hear the sound of a bell, so that was the bell again. This is a gorgeous place, by the way. Is that a bell? It's a signal for tea time. In the past, the children would throw down their wooden swords at the moment they heard the bell. There's the wooden swords again. They would come into the hall to have snacks. They're not here now, but I think it's best to follow the rules all the same. They'd be quite disappointed otherwise, I suspect. Well then, shall we? Don't mind if I do. I mean, why not? Like, snacks inside of a storybook, when do we get this chance again? Especially with a character like Maranne. Hooray, snacks! You and Paimon enjoyed the snacks together. They look very beautiful, but their taste is like pure water. Okay, so they weren't very tasty. Okay. How were they? Well, they were great, although Paimon couldn't really taste them. Are you on a low sugar diet or something, Maranne? Paimon's so worried about the taste of it as well. Apologies, Paimon. I just made it as I remember them, so I'm not sure if they'll taste all that good. Oh, don't worry about it. At least Paimon's full now. Well, in that case, let me take you out on the stroll. Please, please, talk to us. Talk to us, please. Where? Where are we going? Please. Oh my god, the dress is even so beautiful as well. This is such a gorgeous place. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is incredible. And we're actually just going on a stroll with her. This is a flower garden that we painstakingly taken care of. Lovely, isn't it? I've heard Basil say that caring for children is like caring for a flower. You need good soil, sufficient sunlight, frequent watering, and you can let them grow however they want. Sounds like Basil is pretty smart. In fact, you must get rid of the pests from time to time as well. Oh, actually, Basil sounds pretty dangerous too. I can't believe we're talking just now. This is where we found her. That's crazy. She's very capable indeed. Making snacks, caring for flowers, she can do it all. It would be nice if I could introduce her to you. I've been caring for the flowers here all this time in the hopes that some friends might come and I might show them how they bloomed. And well, here you are. Well, it's a shame that they aren't in bloom right now though. But we just need to water them and they'll be fine. Hide and seek, where did Mary go and her friends go? To the halls and the sea. Oh my god. To watch the sunflowers in bloom. Okay, so they are pretty magical. They are pretty magical. The drops of water stain the soil of the gardens black. The sunflowers spring forth from the earth to grow quickly and bloom. Whoa! And you see those all across Fontaine as well. Aren't they beautiful? That was quick. Well, they were waiting for friends to arrive after all. And with your arrival, they were so excited. All they needed then was a little encouragement, a little rain to get them going. So that's how it is. Nature really is amazing. I suspect it succeeds the realms of amazing. We'll go with Paimon as well, but this is pretty incredible. Do you like them, Anne? How's Anne feeling? They're very beautiful, like gleaming gold. I knew you would. I love them too, after all. You're from a very, very far away place, aren't you, Wonder? What's our flowers bloom there? Describe the flowers your sister wears in her hair. What? You beautiful soul. Those do sound like lovely flowers, but I fear they might be hard to find now. Wonder. Is that like a story, like it's kind of like related to the idea of like how it's hard to find her sister? Then let's speak of other flowers. I've always been in Fontaine and I've never gone elsewhere. That said, a friend of mine has been to Sumeru. I've heard from him that there are many flowers there that can't be found here. Those that grow on cliffs, ones that only open at night, some even grow on cacti. And that's when I realized that there were no cacti in Fontaine and had to give me a separate explanation. He was always a serious sort. And he was as smart of us was when we were young. That's so interesting as well. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. It must be a little too exciting for me to meeting new friends like this. Oh my god, no, Maranne, talk as much as you want. Tell us everything. Talk as much as you want. Well then, Paimon, have you seen any special flowers? Mon says dandelions come to mind. They are very pretty, aren't they? Dandelions? Oh, do you have any of the delightful seeds? Yes. We might. You can clap all you want, Maranne. Oh my god, their design is so amazing. Dandelion seeds can indeed be found on Paimon. Maranne happily plants them in the soil. That's so cool. What sort of flower is a dandelion? Paimon thought you knew. Well, how would you put this? Dandelion flower is made of many tiny white flowers, and these white flowers have seeds on them. When the wind blows, these tiny seeds scatter along with the wind, and they will take root and sprout elsewhere, eventually making new flowers. Cool, huh? Wow, they really are. I didn't know such a flower existed, but I have heard about something similar. What sort of flower is that? It's not a flower, but it's a story about water in a certain place. There was a peaceful body of water. Later, with disturbance, there came ripples and droplets appearances in those ripples. Droplets had life in them. This life left water and turned into different forms. Gorgeous, look at this. But though they were all made of water, gulfs opened between them due to these differences. Each drop of life was very weak, but each was beautiful in their own way. Wait, so are we talking about maybe I'm reading too much into this. Are they talking about the idea of like what happened with like Kate and Jack and Petit Chou and all those? Each was beautiful in their own way. Each drop was like life was very weak. Maybe the dandelions you spoke of, Paimon, remind me a lot of the story. A flower that's once united as one would be separated, would bloom, and each piece would become itself. Like the water people we were talking to, like Jacques, like Kate. But a single drop of water is weak and will dry up easily. Together they'll be strong. Yes, and yet they will no longer be themselves. No doubt she's talking about that. No doubt she is talking about that. Do you think that's a good thing? Paimon doesn't really get it. What do you think, Wonder? They may be weak, but a distance is necessary. It might not be a bad thing to unite. People can unite and yet maintain their personhood. Can they really? I think I understand where you're coming from, Wonder. What are you talking about? Sounds like what happened to Al Petit Chou. Yes! To hell with. They melded into one, turning into that big bubble. Yes, I still remember. Well, it might be means to say this now. Let's have a little walk again, shall we? I can see our dog. Our dog? Where do you live in, Maranne? Oh my god, like, come on! Silly dog always accompanied me. That's also why he's my best friend. What in the hell? I need you to spill every bean. I need there to be no beans left in the tin after this is over. Please. I need there to be no beans anywhere. No beans left. Paimon doesn't see though. He'll come when he's feeding time. Since you're my guest, want to please do the honor so we can feed him? Wait! Maury? It's an honor to receive... Wait. Sure, it's an honor to receive food for you. A pleasure to see you again as well, Miss Maranne. Oh my god, it's like Maury. Good doggy. And how do you do, dear little miss? Well, thanks for being polite and all, but Anne, what's going on? It looks like Maury, but this can't be Maury. He has always kept me company. Does this mean that we were wrong about dogs where you look like? Yeah, let's not fuss over the details too much. Water can take any shape and life can choose what form it must take. This, however, has nothing to do with its essence. That is a different matter. It reminds me of the stuff that the first ever Oceania we fought was talking to us, right? You know? Like, the little lines they have. Didn't Al say something similarly weird? I have heard something similar said that the body is a prison that restricts evolution. That person was once a child like all others. We and many others heard him tell many stories about how life was originally formless like water, and how there are no barriers between souls, thus allowing them to compose an endless story. So are they saying that not Alda was once a child? They're saying that people were once a child, and life was like once like water, and there's no barriers, and now like and the story could be endless because we could evolve endlessly, just like water. Many have forsaken their bodies, for its water can be withdrawn from blood, so too can will be drawn out from one's form. But if you were to try and sprinkle water on the blackened dust that remains, it will not become blood again. Anne? I remember something even though I really didn't want to. What happened? How much do you remember, Anne? Look how beautiful this place is. I know, there's just this flood of feelings and scenes, happy words and angry ones. I'm not sure. I understand. You go first, alright? And remember, be a good dog.
Understood. See you, Miss Maranne, and see you, dear guests.
This is such an interesting scene. Oh, this is bad. The number of things that don't make sense just keep going up. If we hadn't seen the dog, Paimon would have gone all about that stuff already. Didn't we say we were going to rescue Prince Lyris?
That's right.
My apologies, but there is no princess here, only us. Today, we were simply fortunate to receive guests.
But this is the end of the path. She has to be here.
Marianne said. So it's gotta mean one of you are mistaken, right? Right, Wonder? Do you really want to hear what I have to say? Of course, you got a bigger brain. No, you're just a smart palm. All experience was just a story. All of it? All of it? Wait, didn't we team with the Narcissus Avenger team to defeat... all of it? Think about it for a moment, Paimon. Is there even a Narcissus kingdom amongst the 7 nations? Well, no, but I just thought it was their thing. I thought it was like their thing. You're right, Paimon didn't think... What? So the Avenger team, all Petty Shoe, Colonel Kate, Jack, Mori, the 2 of us, and our adventures, they're all just characters in a story. Don't say that. That can't be... Paimon can't accept that. Didn't we encounter all kinds of stuff going through the portal in the tower? There's a lot of stuff there that wouldn't fit in if this was just a story. You know, like how there was no Holy Blade mentioned at the start? And how the Steel Tower still had monsters and bubble formations inside of it? Paimon thinks I understand what Wander's trying to say. So all the things that happened after we ascended the tower and are things outside the realm of the story, is that right? More accurately, those parts of the story have not been written yet. What? Wait, sorry. You know, like how there's no... Didn't we encounter all kinds of stuff going through the portal in the tower? There's a lot of stuff that wouldn't fit if it was just a story. Paimon thinks I understand what Wander was trying to say, so all the things that happened after we ascended the tower are things outside the realm of the story. Is that right? So that wasn't part of the story. And that part of the story hasn't been written yet. So the Holy Blade Narcissus, they were still inside the story. It's just they've not been arranged correctly yet. Paimon still finds it hard to imagine anyone would create such a huge building just for a story. I believe the structure already existed. It was just used for the setting. What the hell? So that means the things I recall along the way were just that how it happened here before. I'm just a character of the story. You're not merely a character. The fact that you can think about this means you can remember it. But if that's the case, who is Anne? I am Anne. I must rescue Princess Lyris. Alright, Wander, Paimon, dearest Anne. Our time is up. No! Stop! But I'm afraid it's time for you. No, please, no, tell me more. Please, no, please, let us stay here for a bit. Why did you have to say it was a fiction if you already knew? Spare a thought for Anne's feelings at least. Oh, wow. Huh? The vision birds first suddenly feel weightless. The temperature once warm, air plunges right. What the hell is happening? And now we're seeing what? I'm sorry, I'm just stunned into like, what are we looking at here? But there's no need to say anything, Anne. I once heard my best friend tell a story about a beautiful princess trapped in a high tower. Before you write, I dreamed that I was a small, brave Oceanid, and we set out to save a prince. And perhaps there are princesses in this world and dragons too. But I also know that the world's affairs are rarely this simple. Why would a dragon be concerned with a princess after all? After waking up, I would find this dream laughable yet nostalgic. Every time I thought about it. Do you remember now, Anne? No, there has to be some other way. If I can save Princess Lyris, then what of my birth, my only wish, did they have no meaning? Don't say that, Anne. Your birth was a beautiful accident. As things stand, I can only wish for you to live on for your own sake. Go see the world and see how it has changed in the past years. I wish for you to house your own soul, memories, and personality and wishes. I wish for you to master your own fate and experience all the beauty of the real world. Can you do it? This is insane. What the hell? So wait, so Anne is a dream that Marianne, a story that Marianne like thought up. She dreamt that she was a small Oceanid. And then they became... So was Anne supposed to be Marianne, but like the dream of them? It was a pleasure to meet you, Wander and Paimon. It was my pleasure to meet you too, Anne. But the Anne is in our tomb. I don't wish you to linger here. What? Maranne, why are you saying that? We can find a way to help you, can't we? So she because we wanted to start time again, right? This is... I'm sorry, I'm just like... This has been such a, like, a mind F in a way. I sense that you were good and powerful people. Thank you, Paimon Wander. I'm just someone who sometimes enjoys dreaming of lovely adventures and wonderful futures. But I know what happened in the past. I already know that there's no going back. In the real world, everything has already ended. Your story has already ended. So this is farewell. What in the world? I know we're getting... This has been stunning. We have so much to talk about. I'm just kind of in shock, though. It was a story. Wait, what power does... Where are we going? Is we here? I thought we were going back up into the Institute for a second there. Where did we end up? Oh, back down the tower? I'm sorry, Night Wanderer and Paimon. I had already started to feel something's off early in the adventure as you led me on off the story's tracks. I started to understand and recall some. So the story was... The storybook was that... Sorry, I kicked my mic. The storybook was that... If I'm getting this right, Maranne thought up of a story that the Oceanid was the dragon, and that Anne here, with her cohort of beautiful water creatures that Maranne also thought up of, Mori and Kate and all those creatures, like the dandelions going into the wind. The story was that they were supposed to save. But in some ways, I wonder if, like, when we were trying to break out of that story, was it Anne who was trying to keep the story going because they knew where the story was ending? Maybe. That is incredible. So wait, if we went into a storybook here and we went into a storybook in the other Philosophy Institute, something's happening with these storybooks. I think the stories have these powers that are going to be, like, insane. I think they're going to have, like, such a power over Fontaine in some way. We have to learn more about those books. But I still want to rescue Princess Lyris. That is the reason for which I was born. I want to save her and bring the story to a happy end. Yeah, so you actually want the story to end. Maybe Maranne didn't want the story to end. Maybe they wanted you to find your own story. I don't know who she is. I know she's a gentle, lovely princess trapped in the earth. Oh my god. Dorian, at least we had fun while traveling with our adventure team, right? Of course. Did you know things would turn out this way? No, I thought yes! I thought that there was, like... You know, I thought it was like this ragtag group who believed that this person was a princess. And maybe they weren't exactly, like this godly princess. Maybe it was someone who helped them throughout the years. Oh. If that's the case, we can still help Anne. Huh? Paimon didn't understand anything Maranne said at the end. Did you, Anne? I did, sort of. I could sense that she was speaking of something terrible that happened in the past. Well, Paimon feels that that's unfair. Not just to you, Anne, but to us too. Jesus Christ, man. That's what we got to find out what happened, at least. If we do, we can come up with some sort of plan. The story isn't over. But if that's where Maranne is, how are we going to bring... Is it that... Since it's in a story, maybe it's not exactly like reality or something. Maybe it's like again, it's a story itself that created another story. So maybe Maranne... But Maranne said that the story is over, but for Anne, it's not. So is Anne like a... Because if Maranne was in a story as well, is it possible that that's not the definite like body of Maranne? That's just like maybe like the soul that was created from like maybe different stories as well. Because they were able to do everything in that story as well, and they were able to do all the stuff. Like, you know what I mean? The story is now over. Whether we're saving Princess or figuring out what Maranne said or whatever, we just want to help you, Anne. Isn't that right, Wonder? The story isn't over. We'll find a way. Okay. Still, it's all just a story. Then there's one thing Paimon doesn't get. What role do we play, Wonder? I can't be sure, but I think we're most likely an accident. And that's why we can bring the story down. We're like outside features. That's why we were able to breach the story and change it. Paimon gets us. That's why Anne found us and what brought us into the story. You might not have thought about it, Anne, but since we'd be able to knock the story off, of course, that means we opened up all sorts of unknown possibilities. Isn't that right? You could say that. Thank you, Night Wonder. Thank you, Paimon. That's why we also need your help, Anne. Since we need to continue our adventure. Well, can you think of anything that could help us figure out what to do next? Let me think. My memories came to a place called the Ordo. This place appears to have very deep connections to the past events. Paimon just realized the name has something to do with the kingdom and the adventure team in Anne's story. Only just? Gasp, Doctor, that's it. I don't know, we'll say only just. I feel like both of these. Come on, we're just busy adventuring. There wasn't... No, Paimon, I'm the same as Paimon. I don't think about this stuff like I'm thinking about like lines and dialogue and stuff like this, but sometimes stuff just creeps up on you, right? Do you know the Narcissus Ordo? Yep, we also met some people who are already connected to it. They might be able to... Sorry for not doing the voice, I'm just so shell-shocked. In any case, let's go. What? Anne in Wonderland? It's over?
That's everything. On to the next.
I have 1,000,001 things that... First of all, incredible. One of the best world quests I've ever played. They're like... It was definitely playing up the fact that there was something strange there throughout all of this, right? It was definitely playing up the fact that like throughout this story that there was something like unusual about it. It did feel like, if you could say, it felt like we were cut off from the world, right? Would you say that? I would say that. The Oceanid we've been going around with this whole time is a story that was dreamt up by another person, or are we saying that because they all had their purpose in the story, but we were able to break them out of that story, and now they can find their own purpose in life as well, right? At least that's what I'm thinking. Like we were able to break them out of that consciousness as well. The Maranne that we met there was in what seems to be inside of a storybook itself, like inside of a story. The loop that was created there, I'm wondering if it was like, the loop that was being created, was it being stopped by Anne or Maranne? Maybe someone was trying to block out that story, but we came along, and because we're not a part of the story, because we're not a part of the story of Kate and of Jacques and of Al, you know, we're not part of their story. We were able to like be an outside factor that pushed the story along in a way that it just wouldn't go usually. Because even like if you remember now, it's so interesting now. You look back on like the Oceanids minions, they were talking as if they were like you know, not generic villains, but villains in like a storybook, right? Where it was like, we're good, we are the leaders of this thing, we are the general of this thing, we are never gonna let you win. You know, it was all like very interesting, right? And they had like very, you know, storybook moments, but we seem to have broken them out of that. That seems to be what happened. So what power do these storybooks have, and who is like utilizing all of these storybooks? Because we found one in the Philosophy Institute before as well that took us to a different place that was apparently, and hopefully we'll still be able to find the location of the actual Maranne, or maybe they're gone. Who knows? Because it seems to me like that might be just like a dream, like a story. Or like, because like, you know what's really interesting about that, like Maranne as well, is that they had hair color that like is so interesting. It was like bright blue, almost like an Oceanid as well. The story that we read was very much like in the tone of like, how do I say it? The tone of like it was like the book we read at the table was a very kind of like very, you know, it was a fairy tale, the idea of a princess, the idea of a dragon, all the idea of stuff. But like even Anne was like getting a bit worried about this too. I wonder. My mind's blown. My mind's blown about all the possibilities of what this could exactly be, right? But what was really interesting about the storybook anyway, the Maranne and the storybook, is that they showed that, like, you know, they told us about the creation of how, like, of all those little water creatures, but also they talked about how they wanted Anne to go on and live their own life. Because Anne's like, because we know Anne was like created, like, they've like, I'm just a story. But then, like, now we've broken them out of that story. They can create their own path. So I hope it's not the last we see of them. Because now they can create their own path. Like, and how is it going to change going forward? I know all these stories are interconnected, by the way, so I'm not going to get everything right away. I'm not going to understand everything right away. But it's just really interesting to think about how dreams can become like a reality like that. Or how, but we know as well from previous stories, right? We know as well the idea of, from previous aspects in Genshin, the idea of stories and fairy tales can be real, right? We know this because we learned this in the past that, like, stories and fairy tales can actually be true depictions of past lives, but also there has to be a power to, like, storybooks and things like this. There has to be. But the reason I'm thinking about this in my mind is, well, if you remember, like, one of the first missions we ever did, right, in this game, if I'm remembering correctly, was the attempted obtaining of a storybook from the Fatui. Or was it, sorry, for the Abyss Order, from the Abyss Order. The Abyss Order was trying to obtain a book, right? Like, while like now we know there's something with these storybooks. Now then we know that stories can influence, like, some aspects of, like, real life, and that stories can become true in a way, or at least stories can, like, stories can influence life in some way. At least when it comes to these characters here. We're always, like, on the outside of stuff. Like, it wasn't that the same, like, in version of Genesis as well. We were like an outside party in this situation as well. Another quest as well, we were like an outside party. It always feels that way in this game, that we're able to stop the course of fate sometimes because we are an outside party, in that sense. They also said about the tainted, like, the water being tainted, like, with blood or something like that. And is that when, like, you, like, see the world and maybe are affected by the world, you start to, like, change to the point that you no longer can be as, like, grow as, like, with as much hope maybe, or as well as you might have before. And we also saw earlier a really interesting thing as well, like, that I didn't mention, but, like, when Anne was looking at all the desks the chairs while the kids were studying, she was definitely remembering Marianne's memories as well in that sense as well, which is really, really, really cool also. Tell me what you think about this all down below, and I really appreciate hearing your thoughts on this. But for now, I will say thank you to Never Gonna Play the Baby Gangster on Patreon, Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost Fiend Azuma, Felicious Felix, Ewald, Radish and Nusta, Malcolm Day, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Yes Assassin, Alpaca Juice, Ali, and Xander Whatever. I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.